You've got great position on the map through mid. You can follow up by either taking the bomb B or A. You're just kind of like one of those dealer's choice type situations. Like force Boston to have to come and get you. And that's exactly what LG are trying to do, but Johnny's in trouble. And that's just a moment that, again, you're in a 4v3. We just got to do better at keeping our advantages.
Yeah, he was just trying to play his life.
All right, I think I'm good.
He was going to get sniffed out in that corner, and now...
Got to do better at keeping our advantages.
Yeah, he was just trying to play his life.
All right, I think I'm good.
He was going to get sniffed out in that corner, and now... Fellow on the rotation, back to his teammates with the bomb in hand.
I was like,
gets caught, and now Boston instantly have like the numbers. And I love the way that they're playing this. They know we have a 3v2. We can give it the bomb plant and retake whichever side we want.
This is just such a Boston way of playing the search and destroy.
I'm locked.
Hitting something weird at a timing that you just wouldn't expect, in a place that you just wouldn't expect. And you can see it. Yep, Purge and Snoopy behind this play. Any reactions here? No. Kismet's going to drop. Same could be said for the last member playing inside the small room, and Boston will put themselves on map point.
It's so crazy, like how quick they are in the decisions makings. Like they isolate onto that gunfight onto Johnny, and they're like, all right, it's a 3v3. They're most likely showing a lot of presence around that mid-map area and also courtyard, so let's just push on through the A site. Thankfully, when they make that commitment, they catch fellow with his pants down. They don't have the information that is going to be the bomb carrier, but as soon as they find that kill, it's like, all right, we're in a 3v2, everybody back up, we'll retake something together.
Yeah.
And it works out for Boston to now be at game point.
I feel like Fellows had a really frustrating search and destroy. Just like continually getting shot from behind. Last one left, he gets caught isolated. Like it's just been such a game of timing that has not gone his way whatsoever. And how about this? Snoopy is the bomb carrier. Going to allow this little man cave room over towards the top side of the map to be taken by LAG. He's aware of this because it pops the door. A couple of the shots are out, and Snoopy realizes I'm in some big trouble here and will just bail out and head back over to A, where his teammates have already pushed off Fellow again.
Yeah, it took a lot of space. Look where Purge is already at. He's gonna find that first one onto Fellow this time. 5 HP in the dream. Bomb is also gonna get planted. Trophy systems are down. And now you just gotta hold in your post plant.
Yeah, Cammy off the regen, able to take over the corner. Looks for one more. That's prone. Kismet able to at least keep that player safe.
What?
But there's no follow-up there initially. It's just down to Kismet. Have to be a 1v3 and an ace to get this map a little bit further. And Purge and Awakening are essentially just playing crossfire positions. Door will pop. Awakening a couple of spray shots from the corner. Purge right there to finish it off.
Get it.
Comfortable search.
Thank God, dude. Thank God. All right, one more map, and then we can get to the meaty series.
Slow down some of these attacking rounds early on. They started off with the aggression of the map, but then they realized LG are starting to try to play catch up. So they're gonna do a couple of things that potentially could throw us off guard. So in that final round, just slowing down their approach on their attack. Last time that they were on that attack, it was just Purge solo-handedly trying to take space over at A.
Okay.
But this time they go for a 2-2 split.
While we wait,
Snoopy gets info of at least 2 players pushed out over towards the B site. They're already taking space at A. Purge gets into aggressive angle to find that opening first blood. And as soon as you do that, and you have that bomb down, that's going to be a GG. But if you are LAG, this is going to be a tough one to look at because you found 5 first bloods. And you could not find a lot of successful round wins after that.
Get absolutely nothing. Okay,
start with virus. Where if you usually find the man advantage, you cannot let these rounds slip.
Okay.
Well, in particular, it's not just that they find first bloods. It's that they find a lot of them in the very beginning of the search and destroy. Like at the beginning of the map, the first 4 rounds or so, I think they had 3 of the first bloods. Yeah. Not able to take down 2v4 moments is just unexcusable. And I think there is a level, again, like you look at how teams have
and I, like, bro.
Talking like your Atlantas, your Thieves, your Miamis. Definitely a level of like they're playing some intricate chess, and Boston's just like flip the board over. We're just gonna run at you and see if we can catch you in some weird timings. And this time it does work out for them as we head back to Maven Sunday and the
Devs. Boston is looking good, Allie. I was a little.
What the fuck? Dude, why do I keep putting ENS?
I wasn't confident at all, but I
That's insane.
I didn't feel good. You felt good about your pick?
I felt good about Kismet today.
Oh, I didn't feel good about it.
I felt like the Bulldog was gonna bite.
I just want to be different if it was Ryan or Smart.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out for either of us. Let's take a look at what happened in these first 2 games. Starting with the dealership search and destroy. Most recently, Allie, the dismantling. Purge first bloods. Who's doing the work?
It was all over the place. I mean, talk about search and destroy. I think the first bloods from inside of Boston Breach were great, but I mean, it wasn't even really these opening duels. It was just kind of like the decision making. I think a great example was that last time once they got the bomb down over on that A site. Like they were pushing and flooding that street out, right? Like not giving any room in the middle side of the map for LEG to push through. And then obviously Snoopy going 12 and 5 is going to help you. I always talk about it. Boston Breach kind of, I don't want to say live and die, but once the system
nigga like me, man. Hey, I love the game. I love the hustle.
Snoopy to relieve
I'm
so much pressure, not only off of himself, but for his teammates and play his game. That's when you get serious in maps
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I think if you told me that Johnny was doing like 5 and 9, Snoopy at 12 kills, I'd be real confident Breach won the map. You know how important map control is, especially those SMG players that lurk around.
I'm blind, by the way.
Snoopy had his way. Purge had his
bro, I know how to play
well.
connections, bro.
Listen, Breach are the better team going in this. No questions asked. They've just been something a bit as of late.
Shut up. All right. Athletic and flexible. Immediately exercise in my dome, just like that. And damn, bro. All right, whatever. Close, almost, not quite. And warm. I'm an idiot. I'm him. Athletic, flexible, exercise, and game. What? Okay. Maybe that wasn't it. All right, lesson, assignment. I ain't gonna lie, I'm stuck. All right. Athletic. Bro, if you're flexible, you're athletic, right? I'm thinking of it as like exercise, flexible, and athletic have to be the same, but I didn't get one away. So I might be cooked. Let's go with like game. No. Drill. How about assignment and easy? Like they're pretty easy, like, right? And the lesson, open, like open book. No, I'm an idiot. Open area. An open game. Why is drill here, bruh? I'm gonna start raging, bruh. What am I supposed to do with drill? The game start yet? I ain't gonna lie, this shit might be more entertaining than the game. These niggas busting their ass. All right, drill, assignment. You know what, bruh? Let me just intuitively athletic. Why did I say excellent? Where's exercise? Wait, that was an exercise? Bro, this entire time I thought that was exercise. Wait, the exercise right here. Bro, I'm tweaking. Well, I am tweaking. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? Something's wrong with my head. I got a headache. I've been sick for like the past week. I haven't eaten. I've been tired. I didn't sleep. Everything, actually. Athletic, flexible, exercise, and fuck. Dude, how the fuck is it not this? Like actually, how is this not this? I already guessed. Like, you know what? All right, lesson, bro. Assignment. Excellent. You aced it. Easy. Oh my fucking god.
First, I'm already spelling names wrong.
Alley Cat. No one cares, brother. Start the game.
I didn't feel good about
doing this. It's
never mind. I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm losing my mind. Nobody here to help me, bro. I'm literally just like, can I get a hint? Can I get a goddamn hint? Game and one. Like, bro. You know what, bro? Fuck it. Flexible fucking area shit. I gotta stop with this. Athletic and exercise, cool. Athletic, nigga, like athletic game. These three are the same. Flexible area, shit. That was not smart. I needed that window. I needed it. That is not the one that I needed. This is the one that I needed. I just raged and I just shut everything off. Fuck. That's so AIDS.
They're 5. attempts now through the qualifiers.
All right, perfect. Though.
I think the breakoffs had just been punished so much by some of their top teams. That
there's no way that they just went on a break. They were just on a 5-minute break. Now they're about to go on a 30-minute break.
They have played a juggernaut of a schedule, and you can kind of see, for LAG, it hasn't necessarily been unique to their camp either, because they've also played a very tough schedule since the roster moves, and it has not benefited them much in control.
Yeah, this is only for stage 4, so their record is sitting at 0-9.
Now what the fuck am I about to play?
1-9 overall, which is not very good. Their attacking side is abysmal. They can't really figure out how to get kills.
What is that one? What's that one game called? What is that one game called? Not connections, but like where you have like words and then you say words that are closer to that word, and then it gives you that. And then, bro, I literally, bro,
so far for this stage,
not connections, but context.
20% round win percentage. Defenses are abysmal.
Oh no, it's like context.
Average 6 on the defenses, which they're giving up is 5. Nothing is going right for either one of these squads. You just gotta get your kills.
She ain't even started yet, bro. Like,
yeah, and I think just kind of reflecting on this Boston team, you know, not just with what they've done, you know, in their qualifier run from last stage, or how they've started here, or even like the isolated moments you look at them when they beat like LA Thieves, for instance, on day 1 of a major. It just could
watch over. Just gotta get your kills, and you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and I think this kind of reflecting on this Boston team, you know, not just with what they've done, you know, in their qualifier run from last stage, or how they started here, or even like the isolated moments
they didn't get Boston to win.
For instance, on day 1 of a major. It just continues to be the situation of, if you can't find consistency in search and control, you're gonna be subject to getting
absolutely win this game, bro, or win this map. I'm shutting up the stream.
For the most part, it's just been a little bit too hit or miss, I think, for this Boston team across the 2-3-5 throughout this entirety of the season. So, need to kind of figure that out and try to find that form that they had at the beginning of major 3 quals, and they actually look really solid on control. For the first time this season. See what they can do. They're going to be on the offense here to kick us off.
Yeah, they went undefeated in control in that stage, and that was because everyone has stepped up tremendously. The ARs were slaying, the SMGs were finessing their life, but obviously going into this stage, you have a little bit more of a tougher schedule. You're playing some of the top teams that we have in the mode.
Can these guys run at him? He's weak. Oh my god, drop fellow.
Very easy, but so far
drop fellow Lunars.
You go split in the gunfights 2-for-2. LG walk out on top.
Drop Johnny as bro. Drop the entire team, bro. Is that Kismet? Oh, that's fellow. Drop fellow twice actually.
Back up to office. So even though Cammy will drop, maybe a chance for Snoopy to cause a distraction for the defense, but he's quickly traded.
Oh my god,
Kismet.
drop him. I gotta stop.
Good read from Johnny onto Awakening, and wow, okay, a little bit more than maybe fellow could bite off there, but still finds the win. And again, the break off for LAG, solid. Good response to the initial attempt for Boston.
Yeah, not a single segment earned yet on the side of Boston, but a lot of map control.
Oh, he's something.
They can just find a couple kills to go their way. They can get something done. Thankfully, Awakening through the mid-map is able to find a double. Snoopy stalling the game clock here at B, just finessing, hoping for his teammates to eventually get back into the play. But
I don't even know what I just watched from Snoopy. I mean, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I like this though from Awakening. Put a little bit of pressure over the top at A. Try to.
He could have done like, bro, I don't even know. He could have just stayed on the point. Like, he didn't have to
wait for help though. Split
start tweaking right there.
For Boston, and fellow gets the read towards that back off the stairs, turns that into another.
Fellow's doing better with his sub. Kind of concerned.
Do nothing to get on towards B. So LAG starting to run away with his defensive side. As you've got streaks.
My Lunar's narrative is not working, bro.
For fellow starting to build. And Boston, kind of like we mentioned at the setup of this map.
Oh, Awakening is tweaking. Drop Awakening.
And that's starting to come through again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they just can't find any success.
Purge's 0-5.
In the kill department.
Do I even need to say it?
Initial gunfights. Now Snoopy is going to get isolated. They're surrounded by the players wearing the purple bright.
Wow. What the?
With only 3 seconds left, you're not going to earn a single segment here in Purge.
Bro, who does fellow feel like?
On that opening round, LAG dominate on the opening defense.
Yeah, fellow able to get some of that frustration from the search and destroy out there at the end. 6 in a row, getting it done with the SMG and a couple of tight little, not really full turn and burn moments, but 1v2s to try to avoid getting traded for sure. So that's nice to see from Ty, and an opportunity to see if they can carry that long streak into maybe a Hellstorm and something to kind of get your offense going here early in the second round.
Oh yeah, realistically, all you got to do is get a couple segments. Like, you were able to shut out Boston on their opening offense, so that was just, let's set up a good team push. The break off needs to go in our favor if you want to have the best chance of earning any early segments. Now you got trophy system, make your well approach a little bit easier. Fellow on 6 in a row, Lunars on 5. They're going to take actually a different approach on this.
Yeah,
we're going to take Ross control. I've never seen this kind of break off before.
No, me neither. And you can see Boston.
Fellow took out the AR again, bro. He's about to drop 0 kills in a round.
If you're going to take everyone down towards fences, getting back into the hallway is not easy to do.
That narrative is just quickly.
Fellow's streak will end, but Lunars doesn't. He's on 7 in a row. First took a progress, looking pretty much a guarantee onto A.
Purge is on 6,
unless
by the way.
someone like Purge from the low ground can clear off both, and
never mind.
he does. That
I just gotta stop talking,
not fully locked. Kismet waiting for the timing to at least jump on and secure it, and he'll be able to do at least that.
Oh, thankfully that first segment got locked, because I thought it was everything that you just did turned out to be basically perfect on the break off. And I thought you were going to get nothing from it, but at least you secured that one segment. But now with 50 seconds to go, Kismet's still the farthest player pushed on out. He's trying to look for an opening kill, but everyone else on the side of Boston are just playing a conga line in your spawn.
Yeah, a little bit of a backpedal here from Boston, just trying to contest the time here on the B point. Kismet in some trouble and loses the first gunfight to Cammy. Johnny able to come back through to keep the play alive, but he's by himself in. Purge
I don't know what
right
it is,
there to work on that crossfire. So again, opening break off from LAG, different, definitely unique to be sure. Gets him at least one tick at A, but any attempt towards B has been absolutely suffocated by Boston.
What did I just watch?
No chance on this round. Only 25 seconds to go.
How is he 8-3?
A little bit of presence here towards top hallway, but does not have the numbers to play with, and Cammy still gunning. Slides, locates him, find a player to find was Johnny. Now everyone off of the respawn, and LAG with only 10 seconds to go. Need to put the game clock at a pause. Looks like Kismet might have slipped by to at least touch B for now.
Yeah, still a couple of the Boston defenders nearby though. And with the life lead where it is,
hold on,
you just want to make sure no one else can try to join Kismet on the point. Here comes the jump out. Snoopy gets the kill.
I'm blocked.
Last attempt would have to come from Johnny. He finds the first nicely, but there's no chance he wins that gunfight versus Awakening. So Lunars will be the last chance with 3.3 on the clock.
Yeah, it's over. If he's the last chance, it's shocked.
Something going over towards A. It pulls the focus around a touch here for Boston. So
actually,
maybe a chance for Fellow to get one more segment before this round likely comes to an end, and that will be the case. So 2 ticks of total progress earned, but
that's
still,
unfortunate. The game is
an
continuous.
edge to Boston just in how they played that defense. That was still pretty solid.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid defense to manage that opening break off, because that definitely caught me off guard, and it definitely catches the players off guard. You're expecting pressure through Seeker. You're expecting the pressure through Well. But that time LAG, a little bit different of a show off. They'd at least secure 2 segments on that round, and Boston was still able to stabilize after that. Now you're looking to make up here. This next one, by 2. Break off wasn't the best. Hopefully we can turn that around here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say like the break-off was miserable. It was just getting through the 50-yard line of the map onto a point never really came through, because like you weren't able to get office and the zone, or you only had the zone, or you only had office, and it just was very difficult for Boston to stay alive on the B point. So see what they can do this time around. Trophy system to allow them over through the archway. But Kismet, that is a big first win. Awakening able to get the trade, but you can see what LA.
How does Awakening have 10 kills?
High ground control back into play as Boston will at least stabilize some sort of an effort on the B point, stopping the clock.
Yeah, it's a 2v2 right now.
I don't have picks, but if I did, I'll put my mortgage on the list, bro.
But the wall bang's good enough to take care of Snoop, and Purge falls at the same time. So now
Fellows 11 and 10.
Working on this pinch. Trying to find an opening for
Cammy,
his
though,
team. He's getting the comms from Awakening. There's a lot of pressure
through
top secret. Let me just
oh my God, jump on
pinch. That's already 3 dead in the feed. Last player to find is going to be Johnny, and he's trying to time this repinch from Well at the right time.
Yeah, they know that he's behind him. Look at number 5. Purge is just going to watch this cross through Boathouse, and he's got an AR to work with. Takes care of Kismet.
What is Johnny doing? Bro, by the time you get there, it's shot.
Now Johnny just has to make his play. Snoopy's ready for him, and that will be a very easy B point. With that little
I get you don't just push it immediately, because they obviously would know you're pinching, but bro, like you got to do something. Like if you just take that long ass route, by the time you get there, it's shot. Oh my goodness.
But now you got Snoopy filling in that gap. At least finds a double to alleviate the pressure of your teammates coming off of the respawn. With Awakenings now got his hands full on the opposite side.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble for Wake. Steps away, trying to pass the baton with Purge. A little stun off. No, not going to happen. Johnny able to find the kill. Cammy going to try to re-wrap on, put the trade onto him, and that will work.
Cammy's always making good plays,
18
bro.
to Boston.
He can be negative or whatever. He's always making good plays, and then at like crucial moments, he drops like a 2 or 3
1v1 situations in the gunfights. LAG are still trying to play forward to put pressure on the Boston spawn, and finally Kismet's able to find a kill to make that worthwhile.
Yeah, thankfully Kismet is just finessing around their spawn. His teammates weren't finding a lot of success off of the respawn.
He's like 0
and now this falls into the hands of Kismet again. You gotta wrap back and try to assist your teammate to get some offense control. Game clock was currently going to be at a pause, but Boss is still with the live advantage. Just want to keep on playing trades.
And Kismet, good read here on Awakening. Lunar is right there with them to work for the team shots. 2 life advantage still what is in play for Boston, but Johnny shuts down the fireplace hallway And now he can start to get to work. Yep, doing just this, moving the spawns around a little bit and seeing if you can just get this clock let out without any more segments getting
gotta do this shit quick.
And with 30 seconds to go, Johnny might have set this up to be a round closing play.
Yeah, that was a really good play, bro. What a route.
Spiral, finds a freebie, gives the comms to his teammates. There has to be one more at least on out. But that's already 3 dead. 3 players
Dolphin dive
off the respawn. And now it's Snoopy.
Run at him.
Single-handedly trying to
jump at him. Oh my God, wait.
Whoa.
Wait.
It's an opportunity.
Do
3
not.
Dead, trying to play that top spiral spawn trap.
Actually, we want Boston to win this. We need this to be gone immediately.
Waiting for
yes.
help. They find
the
kill.
One more.
Now you can get back over and really put
oh
your
my
focus
goodness,
onto
yes.
the 8-point. Purge off the pinch, able to find one. Team shots are good for another. Second tick of progress looking likely.
Luna's last alive. Yeah, they definitely won.
Maybe the determining factor of how this round ends, though. And LAG are stuck. They're trying to play over towards connector. There's a second tick of progress. You've got to go. You've got to chail this. The pinch is on. Awakening able to keep the play up, but it's
this is just unbelievable.
And they still
Awakening, please make a play. You have 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Luna's able to find the kill. Awakening with the trade. Someone's got to get on it.
It's last 1v1 though, and the kill comes through right at the end. Last couple of seconds. The pressure was there as LAG were able to keep the clock moving,
win, bro, so
but
we got
just not enough lives to have that.
I just want to see the opposite.
Get the offense.
That's it.
Yeah, that is disgusting. If you're LAG, like, what are we doing? Like, why do we have to commit on these gunfights right here? Because we know we're still looking for at least one player in our spawn. But the fact that you allow the players that are coming off the respawn to be more impactful than the guy that was still alive is unbelievably detrimental. That cannot happen if you're LG. Someone's just got to camp a corner, value your life a little bit more, because Boston were able to find 3 kills and instantly put the game clock at a pause because Snoopy, the only player out, jumps on the objective. LG are going to be beating themselves up for that one, but now you got to potentially win back-to-back offenses here.
Yeah, that's just a state of a game lack of awareness moment. It's like there's only 30 seconds left. You don't have to play for full spawn kills. Like, just make sure they don't get on the zone. Huge mistake by LAG, trying to make up for it here as they're right back over towards the A zone with a different look. They don't get that first tick of progress though, and Cammy's actually going to stay on, fully deplete it. And Boston have done a really nice job.
They have never,
and can take their focus back over to B.
They get 3 hits.
They have the numbers advantage. Fellow eventually is going to be trapped between a rock and a hard place, and now Johnny's going to decide to move and instantly
this series is so boring, bro.
So now the players off for the respawn for Boston. We're not going to really put focus on
I think me playing context, whatever context is just better than this.
You can win the one-on-one gunfight. We got everybody else trapped in their spawn.
Yeah, this is a point of view that's just going to be Johnny trying to pull the defense back. And this may allow some of that to happen. First tick looking good, but Boston, again, just do not care. Trying to keep LAG in the spawn trap, and they've done a nice job at that to this point. They also get Johnny off the point simultaneously. He's only able to get 1 tick of progress done, and you've got a 5-life lead with only 40 seconds to defend if you're Boston.
And a lot of map control to go with it. Awakening already spot.
What?
Couple players working their way through the bottom secret. That first segment does get locked in at A, but time continues to dwindle all down. Boston just trying to play the
trade. That was that, bro.
One-on-one. Luna's going to pause it at the B point. Now it's on Cammy to just keep them in their spawn.
Yep. Trust your teammates off their spawn. You can just overwhelm the one member here. And that is.
Somebody just commented on my channel, bro, saying Call of Duty is caca. Apex movement is goated. Play Apex.
30 seconds of LAG potentially playing online.
Affirmations to the universe. 8401 just spoken, bro.
Yeah, spoken. Just trying to keep pressure on the fellow. He will fall.
I actually do want to try Apex. I'm not gonna lie.
Make a play towards B as Kismet, but instead decides to jump back over to A. And he's got some pretty quick help here, to be fair.
Like, I tried it back up.
Oh my pinch doesn't see Kismet in the corner, and hold on a second. 13 plays 15, and that's going to be an extra 60 seconds with the A zone being captured.
How much y'all want to bet Boston still wins this round?
Late round heroics. Able to extend time.
Promise you, Boston still wins this.
Segments there at that A point, and already
Luna's gonna come out here. Cammy's about to shit on Lunar. Never mind. I take it all back.
Luna's already fine too.
Yeah, Lunar wants more than that. He finds the third.
Boston's still gonna win this round.
Last one left from the front. Only able to find one. Double stack is in for LAG. Second to
Boston is still gonna win
this round. Trophy system is in play right now for LAG with maybe another to be thrown if they need it. Cammy just dives on in though, finds the first. Kismet there to supply. At least the support in the stack is good. LAG will push us to a 5th round.
And they are the team on defense. Toss off of the segments that they were able to secure.
Are they playing a safe facility?
Number 1. You were able to get 2, so you're going to be the team.
I actually hope not, because they're about to get dropped at this major. So
throw away that same situation.
Hope they're playing
That's
from home.
just had away again.
They can at least get dropped, like, you know.
Snap number 4, but just a late round heroics. They know that their final push has to be committed over towards A. I feel like Boston were playing too antsy in that situation because Awakening, he just found an insane opening through Rock. He spots someone going through hallway, but doesn't take his time and his approach to try to take down those players in towards A. And then once he falls, the stack goes in, and then LG with the map control just able to hit the rotation over to extend the game.
Probably to the owner, honestly. The owner got to leave as well.
Again. Same break off though here for Boston. LAG gonna give it some respect. Kids are just gonna play on the brick wall heady.
They gotta change logos.
Fellow up top. Good opening shots from Cammy. Not enough to find the kill, but it allows Purge to surely take care of it. And now you've got 2 down. There's the third. Should allow at least a double stack on to B for some early success on the zone.
Yeah, and Johnny's looking for a spawn kill on at least one player. I would have liked him to come back.
What is Johnny doing, bro?
Even if you get this one kill, it's
like, what is he doing?
You don't have the man advantage, and you're going up against Awakening.
He's going for
every single corner, so Johnny does.
He's going for spawn kills when they only got 1 kill. Can somebody explain?
Is going to be done and dusted, and now Boston have a 5 live advantage.
Bro, this Johnny guy just made the worst play I've ever seen back-to-back rounds, bro. Or back-to-back offense.
Diving out of 10 is one
or
player.
defense.
He doesn't finish the kill, but he knows that there's more there. And he's able to allow the successful capture to come through.
That was one of the biggest kill horror like plays I've seen, and it wasn't even a kill horror play. I don't even understand it. You weren't getting any kills. Why did he not pinch? Why didn't he do anything? Like,
Purge seen and dealt with, but maybe opens the door for Snoopy to get a read on where this LAG defense is, and he wants to hunt him out.
Jump at him.
He's like, come here. I know you have an AR, fellow. I'm gonna commit on the gunfight. He wins the one-on-one.
Thank God,
the AR's over. Every other kill on the map, and now this is where you just gotta stack. Second segment already locking. I don't know if LG are gonna be in the play.
That was actually really bad. I gotta see people's reactions to that play, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta see people's reactions. Drop Johnny.
You like that, Enzo? I see you barking, boy. I got you 3 in a row. And we're good. Yes, sir. I see you.
Bro. God, bro. Please tell me they flamed the fuck out of Johnny.
With the potato salad.
What did you get?
Please tell me they flamed the fuck out of him.
Take care of it. And now
oh man, this is a good break from Boston. 3 down. They got a stack going. Number 1's in.
Look at him. He's going for 1 spawn kill when his teammates are getting spawn trapped and there's 2 people on point. Like, bro, this would make sense if LAG got like 2 or 3 kills. Then it's like, all right, bro, you can spawn trap, whatever. You can like stagger their push. You staggering 1 person right here is not gonna do anything, bro. Just slide over here. Just make them worry about you, just so they can come out of their spawn. And then you know 1 person is back, like coming to you. So then you play the timing and kill that guy. Why is he? I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is...
Does he check him? Oh my God, he'll find it. They gotta be careful. They can't get pieced here. They can just go straight to A.
Good play. They don't really react the way I needed them to react. They basically didn't validate me, so I'm wrong. Johnny made the correct play. I gotta see, like, are Zoomaa in them live? Oh, that nigga is live.
That's coming in. Levy, I love you too. Levy, I love you too. You motherfuckers going. Absolutely. That's Sam.
Oh, you just got live?
Slowly, Tomasi. Now we got our
full spawn.
Yeah. Bro, Cammy.
But doesn't
die from south.
And now
there's
the third. Should allow at least a double stack
in.
For some early
this is over, Sam.
Think so?
Yeah, it's a 3-0.
Give me another one, Purge. Oh no, he's gonna die from south. Thank God. They triple hit 10? Whoa, Purge just went fucking rogue.
Damn. I guess I'm wrong, bro. Nah, I'm never wrong, actually.
At all?
No, we're tripping. We're just tripping.
We're gonna triple bang 10 and hope that it works. That's our fucking plan. Nice.
It's over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are they watching the Stallions?
We gotta work on
They're playing, right?
Hey, Mr. Bean. Okay, am I live? Here we go. Chat boys.
Okay, I don't have any prize picks, by the way, because you like jug. Water. Okay, beer. Drunk. Okay. Say like wall. Okay, house. Okay, mat. Bed. Picture. Frame. It's gonna come out of left field. I literally have no idea. I'm just putting words on here. Cup. Oh, mug. Oh, cup. Like let's see, like some type of metal, maybe. Okay, no. Window. Imagine that was the actual word. Glass. What cup? The fuck goes in cup? Wait, Nara, nigga, that's you, layman. I'm identified. Plate? Bro, you are terrible, bruh. Nigga said plate. Oh my goodness, bro.
For the contest, and
background
Boston
noise?
will close things out in convincing form.
Late.
3-2 in the control, but a relatively comfortable across the board 3-0 to get their win versus LAG.
Milk.
Yeah, it's gotta feel good if you're Boston Breach. Finally a W. Here is
Cup.
stage 4. Add that one to
Beer.
the tally right alongside of the Optic Texas
Picture.
win.
How the are picture and
This
cup
one
close?
you gotta be feeling good about because you did it on the opening hard point where obviously you're trying to add a third one to the mix. You dominate on the rewind. You get to the dealership search and destroy where they can basically 50-50, and you're also able to
paint.
not really find a lot of success in the first blood, but still find a lot of
I think I already
success in your
did
clutching rounds to dominate there.
Yeah.
And for a Hacienda control, which was their bread and butter, their go-to all throughout stage 3, you were walking into this one on a 3-game losing streak. Couldn't really figure it out in the slate, but that's where everyone just stepped up tremendously. Everyone had their moments. They were able to clutch up on not one but 2 offensive rounds. And if you're LAG, like, where was the teamwork, man? Where was the teamwork in this series?
Painting.
And that's been kind of the story about this LAG team that has really persisted across the entirety of the year, no matter what the roster change has happened to be. But that's the last online match for both of those two. Again, not much in stake in terms of where they're going to be putting themselves in terms of the major bracket in particular, especially with that loss for LAG. Both teams will be in the lower bracket. But Boston, a moment of kind of momentum to get yourself built up before DreamHack as we head back to the desk and get us wrapped up.
Gentlemen, another Boston success story. Maven, how are we feeling about this?
This guy's literally 8 foot tall, bro. LeBron needs
We
it.
kept saying there's not a
Please.
lot of writing on this series, but at least as they were discussing, it's something positive to take it to DreamHack. Maybe you could be that dark horse team.
Bro,
that makes a
if
run,
not
because-
cup, then what?
Yeah, we were worried this is like the worst performance they've had of the year, really. This slump they've been in. So a nice little 3-0 to get them feeling better.
Yes,
Soda.
it brings them up to 6 map wins, Ali. So you're still looking at an elimination bracket, most likely at the end of this.
Close.
A clean win is a clean win. What do you take away from the Breach's performance?
Brown.
I take away Awakening.
White.
Had a really good series. You know, we've been kind of hard on him, I feel like, for the past couple of series,
Mold.
because when you have a Slayer like Awakening,
handle.
you feel the difference when he's underperforming, right? When you're used to a player averaging even and he underperforms, rocking like a 0.7 as he has been doing, you're going to feel it on the rest of the team and the rest of the core 3. So for Giga, I think this was a great series for him. And we saw what happens when that system is in place, right? Snoopy also had a fantastic series. Granted, you can say, you know, it's versus Dalek. Reallymate's one of the worst teams in the league, but we just
Bro,
saw
what
LAG
is
finally get a win
it?
through the hoop versus off Texas. So take it with a grain of salt for Boston Breach. I think this is big for vibes going into DreamHack.
What? Plastic?
DreamHack, you needed a win. You got it. Boston, best of luck moving forward as you take a look at the final round here in control. Snoopy putting.
I fear I need to get a hint. I'm sorry.
No, he really did. Now they can just be that.
What?
Sense, like, you're gonna have 4 teams and losers, obviously.
I don't even know what that means.
Want to drop down and play? Yeah.
They get better on LAN, I feel like.
A card game?
No, about that. They've had some nice
Why
online
is that close to a cup?
They do have those moments where they can really pop off. So, hell, I wouldn't want to be playing them. I wouldn't.
Let's take a look at where they're at right
Ace of
now.
Cup.
Should be good enough for
Heart.
top 8 momentarily. Actually, still on the outside with the
Poker.
tiebreakers there against Cloud9. Boston Breach would be in
cards.
9th seed.
That
That would play the winner of
King.
1st versus 8th in the opening
Queen.
round of the elimination bracket. Right now, joining us live in
Joker.
the Monster Winner Spotlight, we have the one and only Purge. And Purge, I heard you know the places to eat in Texas where you feasted.
Fuck.
I've
been a few times. I mean, there's a couple good spots. The Henry's a good shot.
Solitaire.
Got some barbecue. You know, it's gonna be a good time.
Spider.
Excited for the food there for sure.
I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm done.
So
I'm
I
done.
want to ask, you know, obviously
Tournament.
Boston had a little
Game.
bit more of a struggle in this online split. Like,
CD.
why is that? Like, has something just kind
money.
of fallen short in team chem wise? Are other teams catching up? What was Boston Breach's struggles during stage 4?
Team.
Yeah, I think the game changed a little bit, and we failed to adapt a little bit.
I'm done, bro. I'm literally done. I'm done. I'm done.
But,
I don't even. What is this?
So I'm excited for the event and the next events after that, because I'm still confident regardless of how we perform this stage.
What?
She kind of said you've had some slumps. This is the one online struggle where you're not going to probably looking at a winner's bracket start. Does the mindset change at all going in? Thinking
that was
you're
terrible.
Start,
that was actually
one
terrible.
Elimination away from being out. Does it change anything for the team?
No, I mean we're all.
I ain't gonna lie, Perjay, bro. I do not care. Optic and Toronto about to play. You might just take a back seat, bro. Just take a back seat.
Slowly. They promote.
Did I play Stallions? Are they still playing?
Fuck is Ben, baby. I'll see you guys on the other different link. You died. I've been slowly. It's watching the out. Slowly. Asshole. What were you doing at Mitch's last night, Tomasi? Did the Italian stallion get drenched?
The 2025 Optic Texas Team Pack is available.
While they do that, we're gonna play some games. I cannot believe I'm typing in cool math at my big age. I gotta get off this site. Come on now. Start the game, bro, before I start tweaking. Bro, come on. Is this an ad? It's so loud, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm Himothy. It doesn't matter what game it is, bro. I'm him.
We've seen those before. So now Optic decided they're going to LAG.
Oh my god.
Right. See. Yeah. You said who could LAG?
Wait a second.
Well, it's Optic. 4v2 for LAG. They'll hunt it down.
Oh.
We're not looking at the minimap win that nobody saw coming. Finally, something to be fired up about the LAG camp. Johnny, what a series out of him.
Welcome one and all to the CDL.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Ops 6 is coming to an end. We have just one major.
I've just been playing with y'all this entire time. I'm not even lying. I can do this shit in my sleep.
For Optic Texas, this may be the biggest one of their whole qualifier. After falling to LAG in a shocker, Clint, they are still just 30 points ahead of Minnesota Rocker. With LAG falling in the most recent match, we know our elimination bracket is set. So Optic and Rocker will start in winners at Major 4. The question is, which one finishes top 8 to get the champs?
That's the interesting conversation now. It's been narrowed down to sort of the 10 champs picture. So for Optic fans, this match is massive. In a perfect world, you go into the Major up 40 points. Worst case scenario, you lose today, Rocker win, you're only up 20. The reason it's so important because
why was that a million? It took me a year, bro.
You get an additional 15 points, right? So the good thing is if it's 30 points, right? If you both win today, if you both lose, you hold the tiebreaker over them. You beat them 2-1 head-to-head. So you're in a pretty good position if you're Optic. You just don't want it to be a 20-point separation. You don't want to lose today and Rocker win. That's worst case scenario.
Oh my God.
If Optic finish top 8 and like Rocker finish top 4, they're in champs. Optic are out. Optic are in the driver's seat. They control their own destiny in many ways. Yes, they'll come
I'm so cooked.
But they're in a good spot.
Actually, never mind.
It is just way scarier because of that LAG loss. It really is.
Allie, this is going to be a terrifying matchup too because Optic
Let me sit up.
against Toronto Ultra. When it comes to individual matchups, though, we've seen certain teams have each other's number.
Oh my
fucking
God.
We'll have a ton of footage here with Mercules in the mix for Optic, but who's had the advantage in the meetup?
In this specific meetup, Toronto has 3-1 going up against Optic Texas, and Texas haven't beat them since all the way back in Qualifier 1, guys. We're talking January. So again, this is a little bit of a newer roster. They're going to add in Mercules, but I don't know if that really helps them because we're talking in 3-0 fashions. Optic Texas have not.
Come on, bro, please, bro. My fingers getting tired, man.
And over again. Control is so important, especially for Optic Texas, who just lost 2 hard points to LAG in like the most insane fashion. They started both of those hard points so strong. They had the rotation, they had the fundamentals. But the issue is that the second LAG started shooting back and getting momentum, Optic Texas did not put themselves back in the game.
They outslayed and still lost the game. Optic Texas going to be the underdogs technically on our standings. I know a lot of the fans will have their backs tonight. Let's take a look though at Toronto Ultra real quick because Mercules played for this team. He's already gotten to know the 3 players that helped him get a top 3 finish.
Oh my God, wait.
What have we seen though with Beans back in the roster?
I mean, you see the core team back there. Okay,
Wait.
It looked like a team that could maybe make a run and win the event. It would be one of those top teams going in. The loss yesterday didn't look great. Obviously, you get a tough loss.
I'm about to do it in one motion. I'm Himothy.
They still look like a top level team. They just need to handle business here, win this 3-1, 3-0, be in control. They're still okay.
You know, they're still fine. I mean, I think the thing that really saves them is their search and destroy is still solid. I mean, they go all the way to round 11 versus Vancouver Surge, and in that series,
oh my
though, like,
God,
bro,
I'm
either
gonna
way in multiple of those maps. And you look at Toronto and talk about Beans. Beans loves this matchup versus Optic Texas. Like licking his lips, loves it. A 1.29 overall.
I actually have an idea. I'm not even trolling.
3.3 in that search and destroy. So
no, I don't.
Going to be your player to watch if you're the green wall.
I saw something funny. There's like a comment on social that was like, well, if Mercules got a top 3 with Ultra, if they don't get a top 3 with Optic, you know that the Ultra system
oh my God. I'm doing this 2 more times.
It's an interesting way to say it, but I think we already knew that.
We just look at the CDL standings.
The game started already. I have to focus up.
Rosalie, I'm going with Toronto Ultra, so ball's in your court.
I'm 100% going for Toronto Ultra. You're talking 10-3 map count across all their series.
Mercules. Miles to chance. Mercules.
I don't know why she's saying 100% going to Optic Texas, bro. What is she saying? Optic 3-0 slammed Seattle Surge. Seattle Surge 4-0 slammed Toronto yesterday. What is she saying? She's saying as if like they're both on different like stratospheres, bro. Like
hot, strong, confident.
These teams are pretty close together, bro. They're actually
just couldn't quite close out against a super.
She's just a hater.
Optic. Let's see the goods. Wearing your Sunday whites, the Sunday finest. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah, and you are a much more positive person than I would be. I would imagine from Toronto's side, they're looking for the bounce back because they got ran. Like, yeah, they had the clutch in the map on, but after that, they just could not compete and got completely dipped in the series. So they want to bounce back and sort of prove to themselves going in the major, hey, we still got it. We are capable of dominance. And of course, on the flip side from Optic, well, they want to rebound off of the loss to LAG, which is just a tilt-worthy loss. So both teams on the bounce back. Ending the online stage to the year, you end on a positive note. You feel good going in the major.
Trying to anyway. Hook's hardpoint was stage 4 at least, and hardpoint has been solid. I think you brought up Chance's record against Ultra, also pretty solid. If Ultra like to play well against, you know, more structured teams, Hook, the unreadable, has a great standing against Ultra as we go into map 1.
Yeah, he can sledgehammer his way through. Of course, Optic have, you know, taken on Toronto with many different rosters, but when Hook's got his hands on him, does quite well for the opening break. Hook able to get 2, but ultimately Ultra come out on top of the trades. Now Shotzi absolutely running at him, being a nuisance on the flank, and he is attracting 2 different players. So his teammates Ben bought a little bit of space, and he's still finding the impact kills. There you go, perfection. Great route, great timing. Optic in the hill.
They are running.
Optic got about a shit on Toronto.
Wicked start here.
I'm telling you right now, bro.
Looking at P2 also. That's where Ultra's got their eyes. And for now, against Shotzi doing everything he can to hold these members of Ultra at bay. Not going to happen just yet. Joe punches a hole. They want to follow up? Yeah, surely. Get those players off time. Mercules goes down. Opportunity to get a little bit of this P1 before we get the rotation. But a sneaky Shotzi. Oh, for a few more rounds.
What did I just watch right there, bro? Why did Dashy challenge Insight when Shotzi was in the back? Why didn't he just give him up? Let Shotzi kill him.
Structured and Optic don't necessarily
it's all good though.
Policy when they play. Yeah, they let Insight just go on the full route.
That is not good.
And it sets you up for plays like that. Shotzi, last man in the back line. And be blocking the spawns of Kleenex and maybe making amends there with the gunny on inside. Of course, he gets the kills. You don't yet have the time, but they're ready for the break.
Oh, fantastic hit through the front as well. Kleenex from time into feed gets at least one. The back line loses that fight as well. So now Joe from the front, Optic spawning in the back. Here we go. He's on a 6 spree. The young demon, under the coverage of his teammates, is staying alive for now. Can he hop out and get another from time? Yeah. Onto Hook. No. Desperate for the Bellstorm. Nearly called it a cruise. There it is. In the back.
Yeah, and Joe Deceives 10-1. We mentioned how Hook thrives in the matchup against Toronto Ultra. Joe Deceives has dominated Optic all year long, so his KD has been outstanding across all game modes. And, well, he's going to be patting his stats in this moment as well. 50-point lead that they have, and well, Joe Deceives just wants to play keep away. Get these guys out of the time. He will be unable. And sort of an interesting moment. If you got the Hellstorm, P3 is never necessarily ideal, but you want to break the spawns eventually. Ultra gonna have to do something big.
Also providing a ton of information for you guys who may be trying to flip. You have to guess less on the approach towards the art building and that P4 building. No guessing about it though. Mercules from that top perch, letting everyone have it from balcony. He's not delivering a sonnet. He is letting it rip with his aim. Still with a good lead here from Ultra. Expect that to turn around in a big way going into the next hard point.
Certainly going to need to for Optic. You got to be delicate though. That's 3 down, and 2 players going to be in the back, and 2 players are going to spawn out. So a delicate moment now in the back line. Shotzi and Mercules need to clutch up. Shotzi wins his gunfight. Joe Deceives maybe could be the man to break it down.
Oh, they find a pick. So now the opportunity to close ranks on Optic. Good job from Joe, checking all the angles he can. The 2-man hit towards the back.
This is not good in the slightest.
Hard point spawn. Beans leaves a gift. Causes damage. No
oh my god, Dashy's about to die here. Actually.
Reinforcements team at bay.
Wait, no, Dashy. What the fuck?
Another set of clean kills, but Optic.
Why did he just give his back up?
And a scrappy hold at that.
Yeah, not exactly. They're like half getting.
What am I?
Maybe a little bit, but
bro, this guy is the most important kill. Why did he give his back?
Now his team hitting the front door. This is about the timing.
You play by Hook.
The corner, but Kleenex with 2.
Oh my god, dude, please.
It's one man standing out from Optic, and it's gonna be
Hook is doing everything, bro. And he kept the back spawns.
Keeping the time up front. Toronto, they are making a money hill scrappy.
He really has been running around. 15-7 for Hook. A menace. Finally brought down. The spree is over. Inside now,
bro.
And this is what you wanted. Better late than never, but still Dashy with a late break's going to get himself a couple of kills. And again, 10 seconds that you
15 and 6, 14 and 12, bro. This guy Joe Deceives. Life series, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, Hook 17 and 8, and then he got Joe Deceives trying to match him at 15 and 6. Kleenex is running it down.
Oh wait, Hook is 17 and 8. I didn't even see that. Or 18 and 8.
Struggling to contain
Rip him.
They're shooting everybody in the back, but back towards P1, at least Optic, they didn't get the money hill they were looking for, but still, it's been a slow trickle
play by
closing the
Mert.
gap, and around P1, they've been dominant. You see Mercules pulling out the Jackal, and that is a clean 4-man white.
That's the type of shit I love to see Mercules do, bro. Change between guns.
Soaking up on P1.
Whoa, Hook. It's
Hook is in flow, bro.
Right now,
Hook is going crazy.
Another huge spree. 7 can't
push
get
that, push that,
but
push that.
something like this, he certainly will. We saw Mercules do it the other day, and now
oh my god, bro.
And he has stepped up to the plate and some. What a P1 this has been. Lead changes there.
Yeah, and they're forcing 2 of the players from Ultra to spawn out, so Insight has to run for the hills and try to do it. He does best. Just be annoying, but Hook, yeah, thinking.
Oh my god, dude, he got he got a 6th sense. He actually has a 6th sense, bro. I love that. Never mind, I do not love that. That's all for it.
It's a clean break, but they do not have.
Everybody get spawn trap to hell, bro.
Damage at that point in time because yeah, you've absolutely broken it. No spawns though. You've got hard point control. Here comes soon. The immediate counter.
I don't know if I like the streak, but
will it be as successful? They're tight in there. Oh, only catches 1 player out. Is that enough to send the boys in to pick up the pieces? Indeedy, no. Joe Deceives traded out on time. Last man Shotzi wins it and gets it. Optic are in.
And you'll take that. This is some PEMDAS kind of stuff, right? The Hellstorm just came.
Oh, he didn't see him.
And then Optic end up coming out on top. So beautifully organized. orchestrated.
Nice.
Shout out Hook for the bailout plays, and honestly, a final 15 seconds absolutely worth so.
They actually low-key blocked the spawn right there by looking at
First P1, Optic Texas have taken the lead.
I would have just let them spawn in the back.
Once again, this was a good hill for Ultra. A lot of time garnered last time round. And again, what a stat line across the board. Hook
Kill him.
is the double-digit death
How the
front.
fuck is Beans getting that
25
kill,
kills still to his
bro?
name. 3 dead now for Optic Texas. A perfect opportunity for Ultra to run it up.
He was weak.
They're certainly a team that when they get a 4 down, you expect them to be able to light the kill feed.
Huge.
But Optic slowly breaking out, and in the meantime, they were actually the ones that are getting on the P3 time. So that's a 4-man wipe from Ultra where they don't get anything off of it, and now they're very turtled around this new time.
Still vying for control over the bite.
Wow.
P3 way out in the open. Alongside the pillars, another 3 dead. So very successful war of attrition right now from the Ultra Boys. They are winning the kills front, but can they get themselves a little bit more time? Right now, the answer is
wow.
No. Oh, big wins out of Joe's Deceive. Optic still with the lead. A slight back foot moment. Let's go for a listen in.
One single.
I'm gonna try and get
Top art, Beans. Top art. So we.
Still top art.
Yo, on you, one shot. Close guard. He's one shot. Yo, one shot on me, front door.
I'm not sure.
This guy's camera is insane, bro. It's just so jittery.
Alright, hit me. Crossing cat.
What do we hold? I'm holding my top.
His dead zone's gotta be insanely low. Oh, he's been a huge kill. Kill him. Nice.
Yo, Kleenex is top.
They gotta run that guy out. How?
Absolute dirt door. The dirt door, Joe.
We're doing the back.
On the cross, Beans.
Watch out, take my top.
That's one. On the cross, one shot, Beans. Deep right.
We went top.
He hit side door.
What's up?
Beans. Good up.
Hit this shit.
He jumped out. Side door.
Huge.
Right cross.
Oh, that was disgusting. What the fuck?
Right, crossing right inside.
Oh, that was so gross.
I pushed up long. Yo, he's left. I need you, right? Soak this time.
Oh, they actually brought it back. Oh, that's
I'm getting all back.
big win here.
I'm gonna go hookah still.
And you inside.
I'm gonna
Left side,
get the
go.
first go. I got time.
Yeah, one still hookah. I'm gonna go you, yeah.
Check right side you. Okay.
He's right side you. He's in on me. He's gonna chop me close. Close inside.
Good win by Merc.
I'm on shot.
Merc needs to kill this guy side door.
Open the.
Oh, good fucking win, bro. Kill both.
You want top cat?
Get my cat.
Cat inside.
I'm gonna shout your con. No con. Con.
This is such a good plays by Merc. Nice try. Good win. And he got spawns. Good fucking play. Stay alive.
I'm going cat fast. He's already cat.
Oh, listen, I gotta stop talking.
I'm one shot. I'm going back money. I'm chopping back.
When is con?
Yo, close open beans.
Close. One shot inside.
Could be through Ivy.
Inside. And one got top cat. Turned on.
Last guy close.
Holy shit.
This guy's close. Yep. Shot left.
Nice, Ant.
I am right, boys. Nothing right, boys.
Close really.
I'm holding right, okay?
I'm cat.
Right dead.
I'm gonna low-key soak new.
Yeah, grab
They're gonna be money. He's seeing me cross back.
Top cat
money.
Oh my god.
Could be pool.
One was money.
I got red. My bad. He's out. I got a pool. I killed the pool.
I got time.
Top cat, half up.
Top cat.
Oh, I'm shouting off time, bro. That was such a big, like,
I got time.
he just lost like 10 seconds on that. Just by over challenging both of them. Like 15, 20 seconds actually, bro.
Okay, guys. Ivory cross. He's laying down on you. One shot, Beans outer.
Use your cross.
Use one shot. Beans is already close.
Oh,
I'm here. Chop.
Right side time. Nice. Good up.
Yo, short the front.
Hook is going insane.
Got you.
Good ass time.
Yep.
I want top cat.
Stay your time, mates. He's top cat.
Use
Oh
hold middle.
my.
Hold middle. I got still gonna spawn there.
One
One cat
there's
steps on me.
no
He's there. You.
Nice.
Little crazy chance, a little chaotic. You cannot deny the Optic Texas skill.
Yeah, we've had maybe 4 different moments of them just absolutely slamming players. Like, we watched Joe Deceives get a world star, and Joe Deceives is 32 and 26, so he's playing well. Optic boys are shooting.
Yeah, shooting real hot. Dashi joining in the fun now.
That boy Beans is shooting.
Points we go. This has not been a fantastic hard point for the Optic boys, but right now,
Yeah, this nigga Beans is actually shooting, bro.
A wicked spree here. Joe
This is not
picks up
good.
the flank, and that is keeping the Optic members in spawn for now. Superb damage, great shots, not enough time.
Well,
Good route by Shotzi.
Vault special, right? 20 seconds on scrap time. I think both teams just sort of happy to play keep away.
Oh my, he's so slippery, bro. That was such a nice movement.
Hook already trying to see if he can go for the route. Insight in slam.
Wait, I think that should cross. Stop fighting that.
Just mixing this hill mixy. You should
Oh my, never. Do what you gotta do, bro. Do you, bro. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think Insight might be completely out of ammunition. He's had to resort to the Strider at that range. So now Dashi, nearly a one-man army. Sends in Mercules, picks up one. The trades are now taking place on time. Hook down, Ultra in control.
Well, it's a little mixy. You stripped away maybe 10 seconds. So
they got 3 down there, and then I don't like. That's kind of crazy.
And it'll be nearly tied up. So Optic, you're not in a hurry. You just want to be a nuisance and strip away a few more seconds. And looking at the kill feed, it's not happening this push.
Not at all.
I might make another comeback, bro. This is not good for Optic.
Will be absolute cash right now for Ultra 2 dead. That's going to be up to Kleenex now. He's the next man in time. Reinforcements fire through the front door. Oh dear, it was a messy engagement. Not a clean entry onto site, and that
oh my goodness, bro, this is not good. Tie game going in, or almost.
Being aggressive on the time when your teammates fall, and he's calling in straight away. So they're going for the P1 break-in. For a couple of these Optic members, might be nowhere to hide. And you see all those purple arrows. They are swarming to get in position. He finds Shotzi. Hook wins his.
Hook is going insane. Oh my god.
Game clock goes red. Optic on time. Toronto with the numbers. Mercules with the kills. Can Insight find 2 here?
Oh my god. Good play by Merc, bro. What a bait.
You have to hold position here. Look at the red clock. 15 seconds to go.
Ultra, they need the time. Optic, you just need the kills. Get the kills, get them out of time, you'll win by the game clock.
They're trying to win by the game clock right now. Insight has got to go absolutely huge. You have to get on time. You have to clear out the power positions. 7.8.
Oh, team kill.
A big win for Kleenex. Hardpoint open again. Beans, can he get 2? Can he get time? Yes. We're alive and kicking still. 3.2.
Oh my god, dude.
Everybody's got a soak. You can't let him get close. Can't let him get
close.
Oh
my god, bro.
Squaring up through the door.
Huge win by Hook. This is such a good pinch by Hook, bro. Hook just called game. Hook just called game, bro. This guy is insane, bro.
Typical from Hook and typical for the entire team to manage that chaos in the moment.
Hook is him, bro. Hook just called game right there.
And look, they lost to LAG. That could be a devastating loss that like scorches the end of the year if you're losing to a team towards the bottom. A win against Ultra will get you right back.
Absolutely double.
Ultra deliver phenomenal teamwork, great players as well. You capitalize against the second best hardpoint team in the game and get them back on Vault. Well, you're starting your series right. Optic Texas looking good.
That's a great way to win the map. Ultra, no strangers to a photo finish at P1 on Vault. We've had far too many now, lads, in the last month alone. Sadly, that one does not go their way. 41 and 27 from Hook. Massive work. 36 out of Shotzi. Dashi pulling out 32 as well. Unreal performances from everyone across the board. The kills department, the damage, you name it. 220 to 216. Game clock deciding it. What a start.
Yeah, and listen, it was getting spicy for a while as well, right? At the start of the game, we're watching Shotzi. Couple bad moments, that rotation of P2. Insight just gets to do what he does best, but that was at the start of the game. The end is the only thing that mattered. In Optic in these situations, the only thing they need to do is get kills. And frankly, for this team, that is when they are at their absolute best.
I mean, really, Mercury's nice 2 there of him. Shotzi playing this double door perfectly. And again, it's just patience. Optic, don't panic in this moment, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do. That game clock ticking away, the literal tick. In your ears, sending the heart rate up, forcing those players to make mistakes. Ultra know the desperation is there. 2 things to really manage: the kills right now on the power positions that are hurting you the most, and maintaining time to stop that game clock. So difficult to do in this moment. Optic play it great.
And especially right here where Hook is taking the long routes, right? No one needs to die. You need to make sure everyone gets ready and grouped up for the play. And then as it strikes, it's the full collapse, and you just get to be annoying. You have to play your life, let your teammates get to work, and Optic do it flawlessly towards the end. They only lose 1 player. So that shows off the resolve to go into a moment like that, to not tweak out, to keep your eyes on the game clock and able to clutch up clean and efficient work. And And frankly, for how close this was, we could break down any number of plays. But even towards the money hill, like loving Dashy's two-piece, he gets in just at the very start of it to sort of strip those 10 seconds away, which obviously is a massive impact in a game this close.
It's all coming down to literally the wire there, folks. Wow. 220, 216, and maybe the end of Black Ops 6 online play, but it's not disappointing. I take it all back. I thought yesterday might have been the peak, folks, but today looking good so far. Hacienda, Search and Destroy on its way now. Chance, given what we've already seen of Ultra, given what we've seen of Optic so far, and again the time they're getting with Mercules now with the practice, how are we feeling about Search and Destroy?
Well, for this map specifically for Ultra, it's one they like really need to add to like the map pool. They play it a ton, but they have a 4 and 5 record. So there's a few maps where they've achieved dominance in S&D, but unless they develop their map pool a little bit more, they're never going to have a strong advantage in the pick and bans. That's why Hacienda continues to roll through. So it'll be Optic's map pick. And again, obviously in the game mode, Kleenex is a god amongst men this stage. He's getting a kill per round, which means he is a literal guarantee. And the fact that Beans is up there with a 1.46 as well. Strength in the north, strength in the game mode, just not on this map specifically. They haven't looked as good. So Ultra looking to clean things up on Hasi. And for Optic, just looking to capitalize. You're getting Toronto on not one of their best maps.
Oh my God.
Down after you beat him into map 1. Keep the foot on the neck.
It was the skin of your teeth you won map 1 by. Keep running, keep moving forward. Optic solely needing the 10 points. They are the gatekeepers of 8th place. They are the gatekeepers of champs right now. 10 here against Ultra.
Okay, I'm locked again.
Positioning themselves going into the major as well, depending on what opponent they're going to get at the end of this weekend's play.
Book is insane, dude. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely set in stone this afternoon.
Book is him.
And that might decide how things go, because the race towards champs is still on. Now the race towards probably the B-bomb site.
And that B-bomb site is wide open, right for the taking. And Optic, I mean, taking it quickly. You're going to have number 3 Insight, potentially in rat back. No, he's playing the top always, not pop office. So Mercs finds himself in an aggressive spot. Ultra trying to square up and go through the tiny door. Not an ideal situation. Optic get the bomb down for free.
No trophies, going to be a problem. Guns are up at the ready. No one if not making a move. They've countered as many results as they can. Yeah, they knew something was up. They didn't account for the position of shots. He slips into the fight. Traded out immediately. A couple of kills going the way now of Ultra. They've got the advantage. Oh dear. 25 to go. On towards the side we go now.
Bro, I was this far back.
Bomb is within sniffing distance. Big kills from Optic. Last man in the 1v2.
Wow, good play by Dashy, bro.
Optic take the round.
Absolutely.
Not like challenging him quick. What a shots he just jump in there though, like in the first room. No checks, no nothing, just ran in there.
A little too much because he makes a great flank play, and after that, in my mind, that just be time for Shotzi to disappear. But he
exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Like he makes a good play, and then he just throws his life away by just running into a room. He doesn't know what like. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Their side, they thrive. A very strong.
You got a first blood, bro. Just play your life. Like
they gifted a wide
so big.
Site, no one home whatsoever there from Ultra, and their recovery not ideal. Their turn to attack now.
But I can see why you would do that. Like he's trying to do that just to like clear out that side, so when they're playing, like you know they can play fine.
Towards the A side, and
or like catch anybody like slacking there, but
looks like they've shown face. They've backed up quickly.
Kind of dangerous to just run into a room with no. Oh shit.
Great dodge, 20 HP. Run, Joe.
You can dodge the bullets, you can dodge Semtex. Ultra, though, have read the round, right? They respond to the pressure, and they're getting down the bomb at B. So very similar shades to what we saw from Optic on their first attack in the round. Ultra, though, a little bit more aggressive on their defensive end. You see Kleenex is swimming towards the boathouse. Beans is playing
swimming,
spot,
bro.
And Joe Deceives gets to be the island ball.
Oh my goodness.
And again, I don't think there's a lot of tacticals or lethals to be thrown at this side, because I think Optic use all of
I mean, he has a sub at boat though. Like if they can just kill Insight, they're kind of vibing.
Great coverage, lovely positioning for Insight, and it's a 1v1.
Oh my god, what the hell? I thought he was on.
Insight, good reads, good timing. Ultra level it up.
Yeah, those are good moves by Inside as well, right? Gets Dashy tagged up one shot in the hallway and just does the loop around the rock, trusting his teammates to sort of pick up the gunfights. And Luke traded his boy, but he was there for the trades, and maybe a spicy round when Joe Deceives gets
second later, he would have won.
But the Danish, boy, can they swim.
Yeah, he was, I mean, was it swimming or was he crawling along the lake floor there? That was about as low as he could go, trying to stay out of line of sight. Great stuff there from Kleenex. Doesn't always pay off. But he works away with a boathouse kill.
I threw a party of the century.
Love towards the B-bomb site here from Optic, but no bomb in hand.
lot of noise, though. I mean, this is every tack and nade being thrown. They're just going to back this out, let the bomb go down for free. And Hook is doing, I mean, not even checking dark. That is zero fear. They're trusting that
that's crazy.
pay off, and it absolutely does. Perfect execution. Clean bomb down, and Ultra have to retake this nightmare situation.
Shots.
The first time round.
Yeah, I mean.
Try to outscore your opponents now in every possible way. Good timing. Joe finds Shotzi, the shadow eliminated now. That should be Joe.
This is just absurd, bro.
Huge advantage for Ultra.
Bro.
20 seconds left, and wow, what a breakout. They just...
What is going on, bro?
Found everybody and executed him, and Mercury's the last one to fall. I mean, listen, the opening break strat, absolutely calculated, done to perfection, and then players just get hunted down one by one.
I mean, they just can't kill Joe, bro. Like, honestly.
Where players are just trying to do a little too much, a little too quickly. Dashy wants to go for the re-pinch, but he got up close and personal against a Jackal. And a lot of jokes and propaganda being pushed about the different weapons, but the Jackal at that range is unstoppable.
Exactly. I mean, look at this. This is the kill on the shot. See, again, great timing. He gets a little bit damaging initially.
I don't mind, like...
Dashy, look at that. Not a hope.
I don't really mind the play by shots, honestly. It's just hindsight, but...
Right gun, right place, right time.
And yeah, if you get the bomb down, like, the clock is going to be your best friend. You don't have to really force the issue situationally, but now it'll be Ultra's turn to the attack, and they're doing a similar strat. We're squaring up on the right side of the map. Bad idea. They're going to be a man down, but they can get this bomb down. Not really for free. They exchange some lives. They're not going for the plant. They're playing for the kills.
It's the plan B bomb this time. Oh, Kleenex might get caught here.
Oh, you saw him?
Possibly spotted.
Oh, you know, yeah,
Not a huge amount of movement, but that bomb has gone wide and very deep. Back into the spawn now of Optic. We're going to reconvene. Rendezvous at the B bomb site.
Well, the long time.
Why are they playing like a little bit spread here?
Like this before.
Oh, I guess it's just shouldering.
Communication and natural chemistry, certainly not something that's going to be questioned.
Bro, there's a 3v2. I think they should just get together and just push a site. Like, just push a site, just play together, bro.
Have made zero mistakes. Seems like they're leaning towards.
Why is Hook playing alone?
Play for the retake on the B bomb site. We're gonna test their metal, and with the plant spot insight is grabbed though. As far as a 2v3 with bomb down goes, Ultra, they have what they want. Still gonna be difficult.
Yeah, real tough.
Bro, I feel like Toronto might win this. I'm not even joking.
He has his Centix. Oh, and a frag grenade to work with as well. So, a couple of lethals to play here. Shotzi.
Wait, actually, Hook has one of them trapped.
The timing on this might be fantastic. Kleenex, as he stays safe and hidden. He sure has the hit and run. Another man on the side.
Hook has one of them trapped. This guy needs to...
Mercules holds it down. No nade, no shenanigans. No problem. Optic equalize.
Yeah, and that event, very difficult sort of retake on the site. Kleenex and Insight, the opportunity to make the play. And they were running out of time because of how patient Ultra was. But firm execution across the map, and Hook out there making plays as well. And Merc, we have learned we can absolutely trust in these moments. Kleenex not a hope of hell in winning that one after his teammate dies.
Yeah. You read the position the bomb's planted for, you think, all right, it's either going to be top office or it's either down low. They clear out top office. A great win from Hook on the other side of the map against Insight, so he cleans out the boathouse play. Optic numbers worked out. Wonderful search and destroy so far.
I think Ultra don't want to have to retake A again. They're tripling up down low. Insight spots them out towards the middle of the map, so they're going to know players are going to connect. Their bullets already being exchanged, and Hook slides into war.
And that is a great start from Ultra.
I'm back.
Locked. For Optic. Mercules gets some damage in a shot. He throws a sweet peach from way over. Oh dear, Mercules. Yeah, that's not a fight you want to be staying in. Gets away. Gets the regen. Another great
that is not good.
All down to Mercules. The trophy's gonna eat that.
Merc 1v3s. I give away a whole TV.
Hey, let this man get to work. We've seen what he can do. He is an extremely capable player.
I fear he was just seeing.
He also got spotted by Insight. Okay, yeah, Insight doing his thing. So
I was trying to wonder if Insight had seen him in the top corridor because I didn't see a lot of movement from the other boys.
Why is this lagging, bro? I'm about to start.
This is Insight's POV.
This should go make me rage, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, you saw him. Dead to rights.
And again, Insight Insight as like the facilitator of information. I mean, only 4 and 2. It's not like that's anything completely bonkers, but just getting that information of like, hey, guys in the middle of the map, be sliding in towards connector, and everybody.
Bro, why do I even have Fiverr? This shit gonna lag.
As you say, Hook is unpredictable. I don't know how many players in the league.
Please, AT&T, explain, bro.
He's willing.
We enable, and it works out. Sometimes. That's why he keeps doing it. Stun connects. Inside knows he's got to get out. There could be a big.
Hello?
Could be a big wrap happening. Yeah, sure it is. Shots. He's all the way to the driveway. This could be a free.
Oh my
kill.
god.
Backs up. Insight. Good comms as well. He's going to pass that information over. And now the setup. You have to really worry about that tin push.
An optic. It's 2 players. Yeah, coming in through tin. The other 2 through the top hallways.
I feel like shots should have like kind of stayed there.
Have to go fairly quickly. Joe deceives. The island player, his job just got made easy. Dashy shoots top flat. Joe deceives gonna
run at this nigga immediately. Run at him.
Teammate support.
Uh-oh, 1 man left now, and it's Joe. The bomb being defused. Shotsy's on it.
Oh my god, Joe's gonna clutch
Are we
this.
gonna check it? Are we gonna have the time? Joe? No. Equalizer once again found with the defuse.
She looked scared me, bro. I thought he was about to just jump to his right and just check.
Playing like top office, or maybe he was bottom fire. You can't actually tell, you know, verticality. But either way, Dashy makes some noise top flat. Joe deceives get active immediately. But because Optic as a full team were swarming all over the site and did not waste any time is the reason they won that round. So they knew what the game plan was. They stuck to it and executed it to a T. And a great decision to hop the bomb, because we've seen a lot of clutches from players in top dark. If they make that call a split second later, they get punished for it.
7-4 from Big Bruce on a 3-spree right now. We're going to give Shotsy the bomb this time. He's going to contend with a lot. Kleenex might just fly through under the cover of his teammates.
It's a good series so far, though.
Absolutely on lock.
Really good series, actually.
Kleenex with the spot he's
like
playing
a close
in the
game 1.
Corner, his teammates can leave and just trust him to have sort of eyes on everything. When you're forcing towards the A side, they don't have dark control, they don't have connector control. This is going to be a tough work on A.
Oh, nice hit with an aid. Mercury's get some damage in. We've still got a trophy system at play there on the A bomb.
Oh shit.
And we are trying to.
Oh my god, that timing, bro! Please,
exhaust everything here.
Oh, Hook's chasing.
Good fucking play, Hook.
Time bought, kill acquired.
Oh
Hook
my
strikes with an
god,
immediate trade.
This thing is Shotsy so terrible. I'm sorry. That just pissed me off, bruh. What's the whole point of Hook getting a first blood?
He's making the read. They have Hook actually dialed in it by the looks of it. But now the
get him,
bomb
get him.
wrapping over towards in between beams. Joe deceives
Oh my god, he got shit on.
and Joe deceives guns him down. A mixy
What's the whole point of your teammate getting a first blood if you're gonna run out in the open and just give your life away, bro? I don't get that.
Execution.
It makes no sense, man.
They knew where Hook was the entire time, so good reads on the post.
Shit is so annoying, bro.
Joe deceives getting his back.
Yeah, we don't see Beans pick up that player trying to reinforce.
Like I feel like, bro,
he does get bombed.
Shotsy doesn't have to make a play all the time. Like you don't have to just go rogue or make plays all the time, bro.
The optic
just chill
through there. We go back to back.
Like what?
Blow by blow.
They were attacking like they had the sight. Why did he just give it up and just run mid?
The 2-2 means you're gonna get a lot of presence upstairs. Stun
Let Hook go rogue. Bro, I'm tweaking.
Though, it's caused them to scatter. Uh-oh. Prez is showing shots. He first blood out of nowhere.
And he's gone. And now from Ultra, where I mean they're wrapping the bomb over towards A, but Hook is posted. And Hook, yeah, by the looks of it, spots it out. And he's repositioning over towards 10. And now
Shots just hold mid, bro. Just hold mid.
Maybe starting to wrap back, or yeah, there you go. Starting to make.
You don't gotta do nothing, bro.
A 4v3 retake.
I promise you, just put his controller down and just hold that.
Hercules will be the tail of this snake. Shotsy again with a great position. Here comes the bomb plant towards A.
Just hold that, bro. Just keep him trapped.
Hand though. Sneaky Hook, wait for the lads, and push together. Here we go. Opening row.
Just keep.
A big win, too.
Bro.
Now, man advantage Ultra.
Just like that.
They're gonna have to run out, bro. Just keep them trapped.
On Hook, on site, finds him.
There, my Hook could do it.
Second. No, he shouts for it. 1v1, and Beans is on the run. Gets away with his life now on a full regen.
Why did you speak that? He had to run to you.
He has to check the bomb. It is now being defused. Beans, will he play the man? Will he play the bomb? He's now gotta go. Beans.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Beans Loki sold with his movement. But why did Merc like?
Rookie going against one of the
He had a right angle. Like he had the good angle right there.
In search and getting it done. 2 sneak diffuses like that. Ultra making mistakes, but Mercules, he just makes the perfect call. And this is maybe 3 different rounds won by Optic, where if there was just like 0.5 extra seconds from Ultra would get the wins. But Optic right now dialed in. They're making the aggressive play calls, and it has absolutely been paying off.
Yeah, the man-to-man play as well. I mean, that kind of 1v1 moment is insane. Dashy v Insight, another big one there. First blood to his name. B-bomb site once again wide open, but Ultra, they've learned.
Please tell me somebody's watching.
Here we go on the rapid attack. Oh no, not enough to get the kill. Joe, can you find anything here but under a hail of gunfire?
Somebody run at this guy, bro. Thank you.
Send it, bring him down.
He's in the car.
A desperation play from Beans. Could not get across the map.
If Joe Deceives got a kill right there, I would have started tweaking out.
Optic, take control.
That was 1 HP.
Imagine the 1v4 clutch with an RC car. That's hysterical. What a waste of utility there. And then on the flip side from Optic, again, aggressive play calls. Like we've seen Insight on these defensive rounds. He'll play from the hallways. He's oftentimes just looking for information, but he gets baited out. Dashy zaps him for the first blood, and then Optic again, not wasting time. Everybody towards the bomb site. The man planting the bomb knows he has to pay attention to that mid hallway as well, and everybody on Optic jumped on top of those trades. As good as it gets right now in this S&D, Optic are playing this extremely well. Still got to close out, though. Ultra on the attack.
Old Faithful here from Optic. The battle once again upstairs. Another first blood. And Mercury deals a huge amount of damage to Beans.
Bro, I told y'all he needs to get a super max, bro. Thank God Optic got him.
Hit somebody with a trophy, it does like a good chunk of damage. It's like 10 or 15 HP. It's not just taking away 1. So Beans gets an assist on his teammate. Another 3v4 and Insight dead to rights.
Yeah, gone. Absolutely gone. Does not check the corner. He's out. 4v2 now. Optic, this is your round to lose. Joe and Beans. And we've checked everything.
Optic 3-0 Toronto before the major, bro. That got to be like the ultimate confidence, bro. Shit him. Shit on him. Nice.
A map-winning moment. Beans now left alone in the 1v4. There is no way at all he could get this done. A Shotzi, are we going to do it with a knife? Nice. Or are we going to wait for the lads? Optic, Texas.
I love that.
The round
love that.
Theirs. The map is theirs. And a 2-0 lead. Oh my God.
Let's see some reactions.
Optic played that well though. I feel like they got a shit ton of first bloods. Because they have blood every round almost.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It was well played.
Optic up 2-0, man. Optic up 2-0.
Who diffuses is insane.
Oh shit.
GG's. Making all the noise towards B and letting Hook solo plan on the A side.
Oh shit.
So certainly there's still a
also switching to the co-stream works, Sam. I think there was something going on with that mainstream. I don't know what the fuck was going on over there.
Really good S&D team. As stated from Ultra.
Sam muted out.
Thing now is not to close down the control.
Yep, we'll see, Benjay. We'll see if they lose control. Things get interesting.
Wait, am I behind?
Responsibility on that round 9. That was listen. That
Two
was
fantastic maps so far.
Responsibility
From a
there.
viewership perspective,
I'm not behind, right?
Wonderfully competitive Call of Duty. Can Ultra turn things around now, going into? Still trying to maintain that 8th place, and 10 points here will certainly help.
Hey,
That's
Greg,
that going into the half. Optic with a fantastic 2-0 lead.
Everybody come.
Myself a chance now. Take a break. We go to the desk.
Crazy stuff through 2 games as that first one. The time counts down. Now we see a round 10 going in Optic's favor. Clint, you didn't even believe in yourself when you picked Optic to win this series, but it seems like the Optic of old, yeah?
That was possible. I did think it was like a nightmare matchup, but like now with Mercules in the lineup, I like feel like we're gonna have the Optic that we've had so many times over the last like 6 years of the CDL.
Okay.
They are gonna.
Oh, okay, they're eating dick. I mean, they're kind of correct, but like that's just a lot. Like, wait, we need some more series, bro. They just lost to LAG. I mean, granted, they should have won the series, but like, still, like, come on, are we for real? You know? I threw a party of the century.
You're gonna be a team.
Extremely important as we head into DreamHack.
Slowly. So they get to eat, Chad. What do you think?
Texas, I mean, the first blood.
What do you think, guys? What do you think?
They played the map was
Literally just going back and forth between streams. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
that you see on your screen.
I played every game possible. I played ooh. I didn't play what is it? Like GeoGuessr? Like the daily one? Wait, I think this is copyrighted, no? Or the sound? I don't care. Where the fuck is this? What did I say? Interesting. I'm actually him on GeoGuessr, not even trolling. Wait, I saw a water bottle on there? Oh yeah, I know exactly where that is. I'm gonna say Puerto Rico. Oh wait, Suarez? Suarez? Let me say Uruguay, imagine. Just because I saw Suarez? No. I kind of want to go like... But something is telling me that it's someplace in like Puerto Rico, bro. I don't know why, bro. Something's just telling me. So I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just go PR. Maybe not there. It's like where the mountains and shit are. Maybe they're right here. That shit don't even look like. Let's go DR. That's Argentina. Should fucking win Argentina. Alright, okay. Where am I at here? Is he white? That's the first thing we gotta understand. We're in Asia. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I don't even need to see anything more than this. That's pretty close. It's pretty close. What the fuck? Nigga, what the? Nigga, what is this? That's an Asian person. Another Asian person. That tells me a whole lot. Where the fuck am I at? It just dropped me in the middle of nowhere. This could literally be 50,000 locations. This shit is literally barren, bro. What the fuck? I just parked there? What the fuck? Is this a real place? I'm kidding. Yo, if you're from here, bro, no disrespect. God. I'm kidding, bro. This shit just in Asia, bro. Nigga, I don't know. I just like the middle of nowhere. Bet. That was fun.
They're
Did the
clutching
game
up,
start?
which is huge if you're an Optic Texas fan. I think this was a fantastic search and destroy from them.
They're all
control. So
Oh my god, dude, right
not
on time. I'm
exactly
actually
coming off
in,
of
bro.
a hot streak. Instead, they've been iced out, very cold, and Optic an opportunity to take that momentum and be scorching hot off the opening
Actually
break.
can't do
Things looking
2160.
scorching hot off the opening break. Things looking good. You get the kills, but Shotzi, rare moment of bad movement, ends up getting chopped down.
Tripped over his laces, maybe. Tied him up. Methodz gets tied up on point. Not able to get too much more out of that. Smidge of a capture on A. Jamie Craven leaves the S&D down and out, but sits on a 4-0 so far.
Oh, man.
Shotzi screaming for the one shot. He's going to get it. Great stuff. Over to B.
Traded out instantly though. Yeah, Joe to see just good route.
That's
All
good, though.
spawn. A
Got
lot
the
of
guy
trades
spawn
though
drop.
coming through from Optic. One in the gunfights at range, and once again they're attacking from down low. Kleenex there to meet them.
Great dance from Shotzi here.
Good win.
On the A zone, he's going to get at least one. Keep the capture alive. Beautiful stuff. Finds another in the feed. And Mercules keeping his spree going as well. I mean, this is super annoying. You
Wow,
said
bro,
Hook,
that's
Kleenex
so
somehow
annoying.
gets it. Kleenex still alive down there. I mean, all this
That's
doesn't really
good, though,
matter too
yeah. I
much
mean,
because
there's two left. They should get hit
Optic
here.
with a stack.
Yeah, you're
You know
happy
where
to
that
waste
guy's
Kleenex
at?
this time in this moment, except they let him through. Joe to see he's on the pinch, able to get
How
one
did
before
that
he
guy end up
falls
killing
in.
the guy on time?
You do have to secure the A
coming from?
zone. Ultra still have players here. Everyone though is died, and Kleenex
No
trying to make the big
way,
play.
bro.
And
How?
they might
Did
deliver.
they not get it yet?
You still have not converted this A zone. So close to falling, and Dashi can't get it done. Optic so close, and yet so far.
We need to get somebody on that point right now. There we go. Drain that.
Wait, I don't think they know.
I feel like the boys of Ultra were so concerned
Wait,
about
they
the
actually
kills
just
and the
got
pressure
beat.
from Optic that they just would not
Or
get
A. I mean,
near it. And
they
now
actually might get A and B.
you got a little bit more work to do. Insight has to win a
Because
big
of
one
that.
here. He has to get
Good play by
Dashi off.
Shotzi, bro.
And he will not yet.
Why are we-
Uh-oh. 2 dead in the feed though. Surely Optic a
That
massive
is so
turnaround here.
trolly,
And
bro.
Hook
What is that?
wins.
I mean, hello, and yeah, a solo capture on the B zone to where now 2 ticks of progress, well, nearly 2 ticks of progress, but you got
Get this
one by
goal.
yourself, so
Love that.
Ultra drop the ball in that moment, and Hoop continues to fry. He does get cut down, but that 5 spree enabled him to get the A zone.
that
He's giving them a
would've been
2-life
huge.
lead, which is starting to get cut down.
Yeah, that's
What's he right?
could change very
What's he
quickly,
right?
Especially with the pressure you've got from your spawn now from Ultra. Kleenex hit and run. Gets away with his life. Mount on the
Oh
inside
my god,
finds
dude. They just
another.
lost
So
that
that's gonna be
round
3
because
dead
of
for
that.
Optic.
That's
Likely
insane.
change. A minute to play though still.
I mean, they can still do this up to them.
In a moment where lives matter so much, we're just sliding in with pistols, praying for
Kill him.
kills.
Hook's not gonna.
What the fuck, Hook?
He might be waiting for another kill a little bit longer. Inside with great positioning. Up
Hook,
over the top.
what I
goes
just
Kleenex.
watched.
No lives left. Optic.
And now they slow the pace down. They had a minute to
Yeah,
work
2
with.
kills,
They
dead to
just-
rights.
A little bit back and forth. Insight v Hook. Oh,
Nice
you
win,
nearly had that
bro.
one. Great awareness. We lose to Dashi, and now all down to Mercules. First round should go the way of Ultra. But the young Mercules has been
promise you
given an
can win
opportunity
this,
to
bro.
cook.
It's not going to work
They
out.
don't know he's in the back. And they.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
just going to
not
have this
good.
round. Now they got the intelligence, and those purple arrows are going to be swarming.
And they have swarmed indeed. Well, it looks like Mercules went to the culinary
They could have
school
won
of
that
Maven.
round if Hook just got
cook a
the
thing.
kills, bro. Hook
Yeah,
watched
a
him.
very sort of a scrappy round,
Just watch
if you will,
Kleenex just
where
run
Optic
away.
Really, we're applying the pace, and then just like not being able to get the final cap on the A zone. It feels like it's going to be a bad situation.
How
Hoop
is
goes
Inside
on a
moving like
5
that,
spree,
bruh?
though, while the solo capture's happening at B, and all of a sudden they're making the best of something bad, turn into a lights out moment, get a 4-life advantage.
was actually
you capture
gross.
the A zone. You got a tick of progress on B. And then they just absolutely sprint into death for the next like 30 seconds and drain all of their lives very quickly. So easier said than done, but a moment where you really need to make sure you solidify those trades, and Optic unable trying to capitalize at least for the first round, but defense does be like that sometimes.
And 4 Kleenex, 10 and 9. Hook. Tyler Garland has yet to take his foot off the gas when it comes to these respawn modes. Joe's dead slide finds him die, and still under great coverage here. Optic have got top mid covered.
Also get the pinch covered. Hook's going to be able to find the route through. And this is a lot of damage being
Hook
done
has been
by the
having an
Toronto
insane
members, but they're
series,
not
bro.
getting any of the kills.
Guy has
Now
been going
inside last
crazy.
man standing. He knows his nightmare's coming to kill him. At least gets the read on Hook, but still everybody else in spawn.
He's got a jackal now too, so Inside's going to be sitting pretty up here. He does have a player nearby, but yeah, we'll see if that becomes an issue. That's below him.
I think he might drop
Not a
like
lot
70,
of
80
progress
kills in
gained
series.
here from Ultra. They have been certainly trapped in spawn. Shotzzy, he
Calling
has the
the
hit
video,
point
fuck
advantage here on Kleenex. Mercules flies in to find these kills, and you have not been able to escape. One man gets
It's been a
through
really good
beams,
series though.
and thank
Wow.
God he stops the clock.
I'll get his. Don't get turned on. Oh my goodness.
The pace right now from Optic. They've only lost 4 lives, and
All right,
minute of the
Beans is
game
crazy.
clock has been burned off. So they're incredibly efficient now in getting the trades now. So the switch has been flipped.
What?
Toronto though trying to find the bailout moment. They made it out of their base. They
Why
made
did
it to
Dasher
the
just do what he did?
zone. A little bit desperate though. Time is not on their side.
They got trophies though. 2 mans now through the outside. Optic trying to get back into this real quick. Trophy should be done any second now. Beans is going to go big. Can they bring down Shotzzy from the top window? Can
Nice
do
shots, bro.
indeed.
Yeah.
Looking for the stack as well, potentially. Dashy back up to
Nah,
the
bro,
top
Beans has
spot.
been shooting.
The 2 ARs now working from the inside of the A zone.
We're
And
making a
that should be
statement
the
from
capture.
Murray.
That's all it takes. One decent opportunity and Ultra back in this.
And that's how you work for it. Still down 4 lives, so long term that's going to be a small problem. But in the immediacy, you get Kleenex behind enemy lines. You're gonna have insight sort of around the work
Good
with.
win.
Shotzzy gets
That's
them
all
both.
four.
That's
Good shit. And they
4-man
got him in
wipe,
spawn trap.
and look at the setup Optic already has.
You've already got Mercules really in position. Wait for a moment or two.
Right.
Who's going to give him the red dots? Now Mercules go.
Nice.
Send it. Finds at least one. Shotzzy gets the other. And Ultra are still on life support. They are bleeding out. Here in
No
round
way,
2.
they just died off of that spawn trap. That was legitimately a perfect trap.
These Ultra arrows
Good
are
shots.
just spinning in circles in
Move.
their base. Couple trades rolling through, but they're gonna need a couple
These
more.
guys about to die here.
It's possible. Last man Dashy.
Nice.
Worth the weight of 2 men right now as he finds a big one. 8 and 12 overall. Not going to matter if he keeps this round flowing. The
Don't
way
overchow
of
these.
his team.
Please don't overchow. Stay alive.
Great coverage. Shotzzy now trying to get involved as well. From down low, the reinforcements can't
Good
get
plays by
close.
Shotzzy.
Perfect nade, dealing more damage. Over to young Mercules. Can he keep insight off time? And it is still
Why don't Mercules just spawn trap
anyone's
here?
game. As soon as you get in there, the opportunity is on, but no
wait, please.
cover. Dives on in, stops the clock, and that should be it.
Yeah, great plays by Mercules. Good positioning, nice little cleanup, and now from Ultra, it's just going to be a last-ditch effort to try to get any semblance of control, but Optic not going to give it to him. Dashy on point, leaving Kleenex.
If he 1v8, I promise you I turn my camera on, eat both my feet.
Beautiful bounce back round from Optic Texas.
Whoa, wicked work. I mean, if not for losing the A zone, it would have been outstanding stuff. You kept Ultra at bay for what felt like an eternity. They managed to get that one little window open there, and they sucked all the air from outside, and they possibly could make a sprint for the A zone. Gets the job done, but great work in the kills department as well. Optic looking solid. And it is perfect map coverage here on Protocol. These boys cooking.
Yeah, and I think especially the way Optic was playing that round at the start. Like I think it was Shotzzy that was playing in like bottom spiral when they had the map control. Nobody tweaked, nobody overcommitted, and you had Ultra just playing so slow, waiting for like some degree of scam from the Optic members. They didn't give it to them. And then by the time you captured the A zone, you still lost a substantial amount of time. And Optic obviously had plenty of lives to play
19 and 13, 12 and 9.
Opening fights have basically been going the way of Optic. Hook's trying to be sneaky about it. Shotzzy is going to be sneaky about it. He's going to be up in behind his
Merc has been playing really well though. Like he's been holding his angle
from Beans.
really well, making good plays.
In trouble you go.
He wants to jump out so bad, bro. Just go.
Timing off though in this moment, so Shotzi's not going to find anyone. Dashing the other side of the map might. A single bullet in the Kleenex is all it took. Life lead Optic.
Well, because Shotzi's behind enemy lines, Ultra are going to be in a bit of a
Oh
precarious
my
situation.
God.
Insight does get one before he falls, and Shotzi does get traded instantly, so not ideal, but you still
Look
have
at
a
him,
little
bro.
bit of
Just picked
pressure
up
to
another
the feed
gun,
there
bro.
from
This guy
Optic
is
and Ultra
actually
players
him.
spawning out.
Yeah, that's nice. Great work as well on the stack.
He's
Trophy and
such a
everything
good
you name it.
player,
Hook immediately
This
hits
guy's
it,
dead.
immediately gets into the fight, and that is going to be another freebie.
Rip that.
A 2-0. Kleenex now fighting forward. Upstairs, downstairs, doesn't matter. Mercules on a 5. Trying to get these kills
Oh
from inside
my
the zone as well.
goodness.
Big points. Big points. On the way towards the Hellstorm.
This is an interesting moment too, because I'm already hearing the narratives. Maybe Ultra.
Ah,
should
nice
let
play though.
Mercules
Good play, good
go,
play.
but
I see the
you do
vision.
at least take him out of the A
That's
zone. And hey,
absurd.
you went a big 2
Oh,
on the
Beans
fight. So
go.
once again, Optic so close to capturing A.
Am I yapping
they
too much?
Don't quite
I feel like
get
I'm
it
yapping.
done.
Close, but terribly far. Hook once again down low. Hits a wrap. This is basically what he has been doing all map long. 30 seconds to go. We got to make a decision here. We're looking towards B as well, so that's where most of Ultra's looking out. Joe seems are still way over by Heli. An opportunity now on B. Trophies in play, everything working out, and who? Oh, he could go big here, but sadly spotted out. Still a progress segment completely cleaned up at A.
What?
And at
I
B.
need to know the route that Hook just did. What?
One segment. Not a
How?
the kills. Still got to actually seal the deal. And there you go. Shotzi with the final
What?
one. Interesting moment there, but they wanted to just
How
make
did
sure
this
they keep it
happen?
Guaranteed at
How
the
did
time
they
of
get
the
a 4
clock, but
down
this is
from
an
what I
8
just
life
seen?
advantage that Optic had. Now it's down to 3. Make it
How?
2. This is shades around.
They were possibly in one of the best situations possible. And Hook just ran mid. Why didn't he just reinforce tower? Why didn't he just go tower, repinch, and just kill him? Like, I'm so confused. Why did he just burger walk mid?
Towards the B zone.
Wait, I'm raging.
Just under 50% of it captured so far. And Optic, they're starting to move. They're starting to flow forward. Can they catch these kills from spawn? First in Hook. Second man on point is going to be Joe, and he's looking the right way. 3 dead again.
Huge win there from Joe.
I mean, he's been making good plays, but like,
only 5 lives remaining. Make it, and now only 6 from Optic. You need to trade these kills out if you're Optic Texas. 30 seconds is a decent chunk of time.
There was a moment there. Yeah, let's go top. No, let's go bottom. Let's go top. Oh, we're gonna make a decision quick. 25 to go, and we are looking towards zone. Beans caught unaware. No lives left. Ultra.
Oh, that should be.
Who could actually get theirs?
Nice.
Last 2 men. Cut down from spawn, and Beans might as well not even be present. We're gonna capture this zone. Hook's on it, and Beans.
Bro, Optic are really good at control.
To be the man to be
but
felled.
like,
You don't want to give the
they make
away.
like certain mistakes in control that's insane.
I'm pretty sure
I just watched that. They could have won that round. Like,
yeah, and Optic right now are just looking
20
like
minutes
the
ago,
straight
bro.
up better team.
I just heard something.
I don't know what's going on in
but they could have won that round a while ago.
It's been a very interesting stage for them where they still had a good deal of success. Like, their hardpoint has been more or less like a standout mode for
Maybe
the
like
team.
was trying to just like help.
A couple losses, they get beat down by Vancouver, and now might get 3-0 by Optic Texas just to end the online year. A delicate moment indeed, of course. Game's not over. Still got to close out. But nonetheless, they're looking good, and I mean, Com's flowing.
It's really turned around.
They're all evenly
standing
slaying
the
too.
right time. Well, Ultra, this is far from over yet, as you
Great.
said.
Don't got people getting shit on.
It always starts in control.
This is about to be one of the fastest defense rounds. I'm calling it right now.
In the league. Joe cut his way through mid. Nice shots. Not a whole lot from his teammates on this side of the map just yet. Once again, it's Optic winning the gunfights.
Like, you're down 2-0 in the series, bro. Down 2-1 in the control, and you're attacking, bro. Like, it's over.
This is where he's going to play the
They're actually
entire
demoralized
time.
right
So he has 16 deaths. Jodecius has 27. Certainly a dynamic in a mode where kills and deaths matter. And okay, for Ultra, winning a couple of gunfights, Insight making his home to good use. But Ultra are just continuously stuck around this Trips area. They are struggling to get out.
Yeah, they're so worried. Is he zip? Yeah, he is. He's upstairs. Insight gets it. Another 3 dead. All right, stack it, boys. Jump on. One segment nearly done. Keep it going. Ultra now with a stack. The front man, Kleenex down. Over to Beans. Trophy in play. Desperation nade over the top. Connect. Second segment in the bag. He's the last man left alive.
Bro, Hook
though,
is
so it's
insane.
done. And now the pressure from Optic. They have
Bro,
sent it
Hook
forward.
is insane.
And Ultra just, I mean, they get the 3-man
41st map?
I
don't even know how many has
The
second
last
map.
com
Like
they
double
had
digits.
was we're missing Hook, so everybody just freaks out. You think is behind you. Ultra just do not seem to have it on this map
don't care about the game
whatsoever.
Oh, they've got to find something. They can't even get up the stairs.
My.
They can't get inside.
Oh my.
Oh my good God.
Oh
Last
my
man,
God, bro.
dead.
They're getting
Hook's
literally
on a
ran.
wild spree. No more lives. No more chances. That's it, folks. There's 5 seconds to get to B.
Good play by Mert.
Might touch it, but
This guy just went down and cut them off. He is him, bro.
Holding it all together. Joe deceives. Finds another. And I take it all back. This map still rolls.
They finally get out towards the A zone, but 2.3 seconds on the clock.
Actually just went down spiral and cut them off.
Too many trophies, but the A zone, well, it's gonna maybe get secured. No, last
matter of fact, let them get it.
Finally, Optic Storm and get the game. A 3-0 before going into DreamHack. Optic taking down one of the top teams.
Top dog, neutered. Days before the last major of the year.
It's really good for confidence.
For the team.
This is terrible for Toronto's confidence. They got absolutely ran back to back.
10 points,
but this is very good for Optic.
Well,
Toronto didn't really get ran actually, but the control they got shit on.
Chipotle.
And kind of in the search as well. I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine if he was on
The only map that was close is map
That's the
1.
conversation we need to start having, Kevin. Did Toronto fuck up letting Merc just do it? Like,
And even map 1 though, like, I mean, they were up like
obviously
80.
this is hindsight now, but kind of, because I was saying they should have kept them after the event.
10-year qualifying.
But now look.
Certainly a dynamic in a mode where kills and deaths matter, and okay for Ultra, winning a couple of gunfights.
Rewatching it from their perspective, see how the nigga says.
But Ultra are just continuously stuck around this trip's area. They are struggling to get out.
Yeah, they're so worried. Is he zip? Yeah, he is. He's upstairs. Inside gets it. Another 3 dead. All right, stack it, boys. Jump on. One segment nearly done. Keep it going. Ultra now with a stack.
That was just trolling.
Kleenex down over the beams. Trophy in play. Desperation.
I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated that.
That was
He's
horrible.
the last man left alive though, so it's
Stay on the point.
And now the pressure from Optic. They have
Now they're in a blender and they didn't get a.
Tyler's having one of those fuck you series.
They get the 3-man wipe and they just don't move.
Nah, Toby just blacked out, man. Why jump? Like, if you're gonna push off, you can't go bottom window on spawn timings there. That's insane.
Do not seem to have it on this map and mode whatsoever.
This looks like it's JJ Sam at 3.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto looked like shit.
Inside the armory. Oh my good god. Last man.
GG, bro.
Optic also look good.
No more lives.
Wow.
No more chances.
This play right here was absolutely magnificent.
And they
Guy went down spiral.
Toronto, like fuck yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. All right, let's see what the Optic boys. I'm literally going down the line and watching reactions. Like this is just my life at this point. The fuck?
Positions, we just didn't capitalize. Today we capitalized.
3rd seed. Minnesota beat Vancouver, then Texas versus Minnesota. Oh my god, that's gonna be insane. If Vancouver beat Minnesota 3-0, 3-1, then Texas versus Toronto. Vancouver beat 3-2, then Texas versus Vancouver.
Today was picture perfect. I love what I saw in search.
I need Minnesota to beat Vancouver. I need that Optic versus Minnesota round 1. I need that.
Mistakes where you're like,
I need that immediately. I need that tomorrow. I need that yesterday, actually.
We kept it tight today, man.
Let's go.
And that's the ceiling that this team can hit. I think
Indeed, of course. Game
round's already gone.
Insight, make it. Gonna maybe get secured.
Can they even get there? Beautiful.
Nice.
3-0 from the gentleman.
Are there any like notable like parts in this series where I'm just like, wow, that was insane? Oh yeah. Map 1, Volt, P4. Where Shotzi like made that play to like secure them the point. Is it right here? It goes right here. Shotzi gets the kill. He gets a 3-piece actually. Oh no, he doesn't.
There we go.
Dashy gets in. Maybe it's a second P4.
Why do you take that route?
Yeah, second P4. Is it right here? Nope. Oh, right here. This guy dies. Comes over, gets this kill. Jumps on that, slides back. I mean, damn, bro, that was gross. That was a good reaction too, actually. I know what happened. Oh yeah, Merc makes a play like at the end. Nope, not right here. Right here. Good shit. And then he jumps on top, gets another one. Baits and switch, decided to. Alright, what happened in search? Oh yeah, Merc clutches, right? Can we talk about how Shotzi gives his life away? Can they talk about that? Where was it? I wasn't right here.
Great. But they can get this bomb down.
2, 3.
Okay, well, there's the first right there. We basically gave. Oh, no wall banks.
Don't move, young bull.
In the middle of the island spot on the map. To push up.
Maybe.
Okay, and finds one though.
First blood out of nowhere.
Blood.
This guy's mind blown. He's like, where the hell
Whatever, man.
Wait, Joe?
The years, I swear to God, when you're in this roster, well, not always when you're there, but like it feels like you guys could beat anyone or you could lose to anyone. This 5-stretch qualifier is a sign of that. Like you lose to Breach, you lose to an LAG, but then you beat a Surge and you beat a team like Ultra. Is it something to do with how you think you guys are playing the game, or do you play up and down to your competition?
That was a good question.
Like,
Wow.
what leads to that?
I'm glad I watched this part.
Probably a little bit of both of what you said, but I would say just leadership. I feel like we never have someone that's like
a dominant voice kind of in moments.
Yeah, essentially we just need more of that, and we've been talking a lot about it, and everyone is stepping up when they have to, including myself. So
the sort of leadership.
That was a good answer.
We know that's what. Yeah, we know that's what we need to move forward.
Okay.
And kind of bouncing off of that, when you do beat these teams, it is in 3-0 fashion. You 3-0 Surge, you've 3-0 Carolina, you've now 3-0 Toronto Ultra. Is it just a momentum thing? Do you need that hot start at the beginning of this series? And what is it going to look like? You know, talk to me and the fans about it. Should you go down 0-1 in these series and have to kind of fight your way back into these series when it comes to LAN?
Well, it's a good thing that we're able to 3-0 like that, but whenever we're deep in a tournament, we're definitely going to have to, like, you know, show some resilience, and you know, even if we lose a map 1 or whatever, we're going to have to be able to bounce back. And, you know, looking forward to these next 3 events. Obviously, if we make, well, fingers crossed, making champs.
Yeah, true.
The next 3 events, we're going to need that to make a deep run. So
yeah.
And where do you think that's going to come from? Do you think it's just going to come from all of you need to have a big bounce back, or is somebody going to be kind of leading that front line of that regain when it does come?
These are good questions.
I think we're going to need a little bit of both of that.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean,
They gotta put me on the desk. I'll just ask the questions that we need, bro.
You know, the
For real.
rookie. But other than that, we're all world champs, and I think once we're in those moments, we'll be able to hopefully, you know, make something.
You're trying to turn the rook into one too.
Yeah, it's a great mentality. Who you got your mind on right?
Absolutely.
Excited to see you in Dallas for what could be considered another.
You heard him.
Bro.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Peace out, guys.
Optic Texas.
Why are they saying, what are these questions? Viper, are you a bot? Are you a computer? These are good questions, bro.
Absolutely. They might fuck around and win it all now with him saying that.
Think so?
I'm not a world champ, guys. I'm not a world champ. Go ahead, rub it in my face. Everybody call me a loser. Everybody in the chat right now call me a loser. Everybody call me a fucking 0 rings loser, failure. Everybody right now.
Oh man, what do we make of Toronto now, bro? I don't know.
Toronto's dog shit. I'm just kidding.
They look shit,
Yeah,
bro.
just
They
kidding.
look shit.
They do look pretty rough right now.
Weird one.
They do look pretty rough right now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on in that camp. Okay. Hey Tommy, is there a business team I can reach for the Stallions by any chance? Much love, Zoomaa. The Stallions? What kind of business you talking, Prelect? Depends, boss. I got my agency. I got my email in my bio, bro, on Twitter. It's my agency email, like for opportunities, or somebody has something they want to offer, or something they can bring to the table. You know, usually you send it there. You know what I mean? Slowly. What do you do? You know, whatever you need, man. We're dropping it in the community, bro. Drop it in the fucking community and shit. But I did just play what today. Wouldn't date. It was shit. I mean, Benny, I'll be honest. Toronto's been kind of iffy. You know, they've been iffy, but we'll see what happens with them. I mean, hey, listen, it's game time now. We got one more major left. That's it, guys. We're not on online anymore, right? That's it. Online's done. Finished. Finito. Optic, Toronto, done. Boston, LAG, done. All the other teams done. The only 2 teams left that have to finish their online games are Vancouver and Minnesota Rocker, man. And then we're done with this online shit. We're done with the online shit. We head over to Major 4. And we take care of business. Slowly. Map 1 picks. What's the map? What's the map, guys?
It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling.
Let's do nasty more.
It's more than just talent.
You guys doing picks?
And Kenny more. Fuck it.
Wait, we had like 3 3-0s yesterday and 2 3-0s today. Probably a 3-0 here. But I need Vegas. Or not Vegas. I need Minnesota to win this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta see an Optic Vegas. Why do I keep saying Vegas? Optic Minnesota. This nigga look fried.
I think we just locked in.
Gian Janishin says
They usually have like players on the couch, you know?
Mentality. Who you got your mind on right? Excited to see.
with a team, agreed team like
no one,
like the team
not one.
Then of course we're gonna do that.
The
For
reverse jinx worked, folks.
Yes, it did.
It worked. The boys played lights out. We love to see it. Carry that momentum into the major. Hopefully make a nice run there. And then it's champs time, baby. Love to see it. It was a clean series, man, all around. I mean, again, they just didn't make mistakes. And if they don't make mistakes, they got the firepower to do it. It's really just shooting ourselves in the foot in a lot of these scenarios. So it was clean COD today, man. Clean.
I know Hex's toes are cold. No bullshit. GG's to the boys. GG's back to you, man. And no, they don't, man. Seth, tell him.
What's up?
Smell him. Smell him and tell him the truth.
Hell no.
Come on, man.
Get that shit out of here, man.
Just go like this.
That big toe's eyeing me down, man.
Yeah.
That shit out of here. Ron with a 5 said, I know Hector's toes are cold. No BS. GG's to the boys. Are they cold?
Yeah, man. I just read that.
Did you? Sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, shit. Tactical nuke incoming.
1.3.
Oh, my God, dude.
Kyler.
My God.
I knew this guy was having a series, like 70 kills.
Kyler, I feel like he always...
Got dropped almost 80 kills in a 3 series.
Like against a top team, top talent.
And that was a slammage, like, under control.
Team, he always steps up, bro. Good for him.
Not bad.
Shotzi, though, as well. Can't let Shotzi go under the radar.
Not bad.
For him.
Yeah.
The sub duo getting it done today.
You know what? It did feel as though it was a sub battle the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great sub duo, too. I mean, Joe Deceives and Kleenex, they've been lights out, so love to see that.
Whoa!
And we got intros
again with a 50 bomb for the Zinster.
Maps and modes.
Hey, let's go. JV with a big 50. Yes,
all right,
dog.
let's look at something that
we were calling him Jerds.
Actually makes sense.
Jared,
Denver versus.
sorry, thanks for the 50.
I don't know if that's right.
Leon came through and said
78.
Never pick Optic to win ever again.
I need him with 25 points.
Picking Ultra helped us out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. I need him with 25 points as well. 17, not bad. I need 11 rebounds out of Jokic. I need 10 points out of Gordon. Gordon, please, for the love of God, get 2 more points, bruh. What else do I need? I need 15 from Jalen. Yeah, got 19. I love that.
Playing for seeding, obviously, very important match for Minnesota. They need 10 points. They're 4 games back from us.
And I have 109 points for Oklahoma to get.
A lot
All right.
of scenarios.
109.
Vancouver 3-0.
Yeah, I mean,
You think they can get that?
it's the safe bet.
All the Shotzi and Hook haters.
They're at
you're
80
hey,
right
man,
now.
They crawl back into that little.
Or they're at
stinky
70 or
hole that
81.
They come out of every time something's going and not the right way. Those are the type of players or spectators that don't even have allegiance to one particular team. Their only allegiance is to hating the mighty green wall, and we like to send them back to their little hole, don't we?
Yeah, they weren't in here today. Today's chat was great. Compared to
I need
Friday,
Jokic to go crazy.
baby. Oh, baby.
Being down 23 isn't good though, bro, because OKC might slow
Kyler
down.
has the
But I
fourth
feel
highest
like
KD this
it's
season.
game 5, it's game 7. They shouldn't slow down.
Damn.
Yeah, Kyler's been a beast, man.
They essentially need
And Hydra are ahead of them.
29
There
points,
was Paco, man.
Oh, dude, okay.
30.
Fucking them up.
They're hitting
37
threes
points
off the glass.
in 2 quarters.
Oh, man, I fucking bet on Denver.
All right, bet. Why am I talking to myself?
Yeah,
Joker's going home, chat.
this shit's
Oh, it's Jards. All right, yo, Jards. We
Jards.
appreciate your love and support, my man.
sorry, brother. With the V, you never know what letter it is.
Yo, Chad, who's coming out to DreamHack, man? Talk to us. Looking forward to meeting some of you guys.
Hey, man, I am ready. I have a camera guy following me around.
Really?
I'm gonna vlog it. I'm gonna vlog the event. He's gonna be with us the whole time. Do you need? We're gonna take the van every single day downtown, so we can scoop you up and take the van downtown.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Our camera guy is gonna be this guy by the name of Hunter, also known as
Meathead.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking.
That's our bodyguard too.
That's right. It's all air though. That ain't like actual
He looked
power.
at me during the 1v1s and said, "Dude, I'd never let anything happen to you." I said, "Thank you,
George, I
Meathead."
appreciate you, brother.
He just roided up.
Yeah,
you actually
guys,
gotta ask him. I'll let y'all know.
get your tickets, man.
Tell my boy Wilson to play his life. Come on, Wilson, you heard him.
Wilson.
Wilson, if you don't play your gosh darn life, you're gonna be kicked off the team. Yeah, where's that other Rodriguez hater, man? Get out of here. Change your name.
Get your tickets. Hope to see some of y'all at the event. Going to be an a absolute pleasure to meet some of the green wall. Going to be fire, man. A gaming festival.
Yeah, I actually can't wait.
It's just going to be cool to like see a proper event again.
I mean, listen, that layout looks amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
You got the vendors, you got the watch party area, you got the challengers pit, you got the challenger stage, you got the main stage.
It'll be a proper event.
Proper, real proper. How are you going to do AT&T and the major at the same time? AT&T's Thursday, brother.
Yeah, this is the first event, and I wonder how long it's been since we've had a 3-day event. Because it used to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Used to be, yeah. Since the CDL, it's been Thursday.
It's been a very long time
It's been a while.
3-day major.
2 streams going on.
Hex going what? Wait, why?
I don't even know what to watch, honestly. God damn, bless me.
Is the loss of Kyrie Irving going to be the difference maker in the 2015 NBA Finals? Welcome back to Oakland, California, the town as the locals call it, and the town is the official of the Golden State Warriors.
Credulous Klay Thompson. James floats that one. The game for the Cavs. His name owns on a pull-up. That's good.
That was excellent defense by Dellavedova.
Rich men versus poor men.
So the thing is, if people actually research credit and learn how to build it properly, it's easy to get money. And the cool thing about credit is, if you invest and you fuck up, you could just let it go to collections and dispute it all out anyway.
Yeah, there's someone that suffers at the end of that system. So.
I was making money and I was paying my bill every single month. So I wasn't just buying like Beats by Dre.
But where did it go wrong? Because, I mean, with respect, you're on the other side now.
Oh. Show me exactly that moment and that moment alone. Where is it?
Step forward if you've made less than 1K in 2024.
Oh, shit.
Less than 10K in 2024. Less than 40K.
Damn! Bro!
Less than 10K in
This
2024.
guy, look at this. He's legitimately disgusted. He's like, 10K? 10K?
Less than.
He's like, all right, he's kind of cool. But this guy, hands in his pocket, like, bro.
40K in 2024.
Is he still disgusted
Less
over
than
40K?
60K in 2024.
Wait, less than 60K is poor, man? 60K is poor?
Less than 300K in 2024.
Wait, that guy almost stepped up. I think he made like
Less than
310,000.
300K in 2024. Less than 600K in 2024. Less than 5 million in 2020.
This guy's one of the biggest meat riders I've ever seen in my entire life. This genuinely just pissed me off. It's actually just annoying me, bro. You're bowing down to another man, brother. What are you doing? You're bowing down to another man because he made more money than you. I am literally, what reality am I living in?
Less than 9 million in 2000.
I'm literally disgusted. He's walking. I don't like this guy, Brian.
We're clapping for the rich guy?
This guy hates him.
Rich people should be taxed more.
I remember back when, you know,
thousands and thousands of voices cried out in terror, especially from Minnesota and C9.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
just
dude.
making
My
sure your
bad.
mind's a little bit
I was
safer.
watching
Now
Jabu.
we're going to that.
Jabu.
Yeah, everyone just making sure. Yeah, Yeah, everyone just making sure you play this a little bit safer. Now we're going to that
There's really no
crucial
big
time on
difference
this
in 4040 and 2160p.
P3, where there's only 25 seconds remaining. We want to be the team to dominate. This where players are just trying
Oh,
to
I'm an idiot.
still soaking up this final 10 seconds, and even if they're not, they have the spots they want for the next money hill.
It's just such a weird opening to this vault because it does feel like every time we get pivotal moments, Vancouver running away with them, but it's only a 25-point game, and Minnesota is going to get blessed with a spawn around the back. Problem is, Kenny cannot get the help he needs to really do too much, and now he's been seen. Shots are out. The chase down should be here by 04. Nice stun, though. Gives Kenny a chance, and he's able to finesse a little 1v2. Now he can get around the back and block the spawn. Kenny is able to keep his life a little while longer to get Minnesota in from the front.
And he just shit on.
Big-time player, making a big-time play for his team to simply not give up all this time here at this P4. But on the opposite side, Nasty does the same exact thing. He lines up 3 through the back end. It's Kenny again trying to block those back, but still Surge holding on to the time.
Yeah, still, it's just one of those things that every moment that you see Minnesota starting to open things up, put something into their name, they can't quite get that last layer completed, that last obstacle to be hurdled. So Vancouver will technically win out this first rotation by about 30 points. Rotating back to P1 though, this is what you have to be afraid of. Neptune watching on one pinch, Nasty for a moment was watching on the other, and this is opening time for Surge on P1.
Yeah, and if you're Rocky, you need your SMGs to find some success here. A 4-9 starter at Astrial, a 6-13 starter at Nero. Both of these guys love to have this action around this mid-map area. Last time they couldn't get a single second off of this P1, but now they have pressure to go with it. Astrial finds one, a boozer there for the trade. Kenny walks out with the numbers on top in favor of Rocker. They should be able to soak up time now.
Yeah, definitely back.
Come on,
back
dude.
in this game after what was essentially a minute worth of only finding 2-3 kills in total. Nero shut down from getting any action towards.
We need Minnesota to win this.
One trade. Kenny working on this pinch with an SMG up. That will work. One more in front of him.
Bro, come on, bro.
No, that's where his streak will come to a bit of a pause. Nero trying to still play through this P1 and get behind the second hard point, but he's been right. Vancouver in a good position of control for New, and now just about trying to finesse the last 5 seconds at old, but still do that as well.
Yeah, just reinforcing with their numbers, knowing they have the advantage still around the mid-map area, so they'll be uncontested here at the new HP off the rotation. Now it's Neptune's turn to do the same exact thing that 04 did the first go around at P2, which is just create an extra layer. That's already another 4 dead. Spawned so damn far away because you got a boozer just licking a wall back there. I got the block spawns, guys. You guys can continue to roam.
That's exactly what the case is. Neptune, you saw him playing forward. Now it's 04's turn. 4 in a row for him. Give him number 5. Doesn't even worry about number 6 and number 7. He's going to trust that his teammates can handle that. And this is what we're talking about with Vancouver, just putting so much tempo across the map, so much pace across the map.
Oh my.
And they're always just trusting that someone else can pick up those kills that get through. This may be a bit of a costly decision here, though, as Minnesota are taking advantage of the last 20 seconds of scrap time, but
what is this shit, bro?
this may be a bit of a costly decision here,
lagging,
though, as Minnesota are taking advantage of the last 20 seconds of scrap time, but even still, from the front, pressure being exerted by the Vancouver AR line.
And 04's not going to give this up for free. He still knows they got these close spawns, but I don't want to allow them to walk away with a full uncontested 20 seconds. So let's just make it mixy at the old R point, so my team is uncontested off the road on a new. Gonna be almost up by 40. Same situation for Vancouver. Early off the rotation over towards B3, but this time looking for a better response on the
Bro,
ball.
come on, Minnesota, lock in.
Hanging around, but you can't just hang around in a map like Vault against
I'm
Vancouver.
trying to watch cinema, bro.
I
I need Minnesota and Optic at the major.
60 seconds is an important minute for Minnesota to try to turn this thing into a position of control. Neptune 4 in a row. Off the pinch, there's number 5. Trade is out. Minnesota will also stay in the hard point at the same time. Just comes down to, again, in these next 30 seconds, we need to see them getting win map control back and actually flip these spawns around.
Yeah, we need to start getting aggressive with these kills. We got to time it to perfection. The nade almost connects on 04, but he's just going to dodge that. Now create more space over towards the street side.
But it's laid Kenny out.
Dominating the kill feed. The last player to account for is going to be Geo, and he now has to cut his losses and work through the middle of the map. But every kill he finds is massive because Vancouver now not going to have fully set up over at the new HP.
Weird.
That was an AR.
04's like, what just happened? Kenny getting around the outside towards Dumpster. As Minnesota are again looking to flip this hard point open. Kenny opens the hill and a chance for Rocker to go into a listening to see if they can secure P4.
I'm pulling right. Top part. I'm looking at it.
Anytime you're playing a game, bro. Wait, can you stop that? No, I fucking.
I'm top hole. I'm in box top. I'll get him in a second. Okay, 04 jump down. Yeah. There's one hour. 04 and 2 win right. I have off time.
What a play by Neptune.
I'm off time. We can see you on one guy. Yeah, we can shake. Did he jump? Two, bro. That's my bad. 1, 2, you. Okay, one sitting out goal. One's hit at the right. Trying to get deep right.
They're not
If
good.
I go to my game, give me front goal. I think you just went to con. He went on there. Flip card. Flip card. Nice. Flip card. You play it. One key hold it. Okay. P4 square. I square it over. Hold it over. Morning big door. I'm alright. I'm going hallway. They can go front. I'm hallway. Nice. I'll pitch front door. Door one shot for. Nice. Hall again. Double. One shot. I got down. I'm out. Down. One bullet. One bullet. They're behind. One shot. They're both one shot, bro. One time. He lost that time. Okay, this one's back. There's two, bro. I'll bullet cube. Lay a bullet. Pull quick. Only one time, I think. I'm blocking the back. Back that time, nasty. He went where? One shot front. I hate you, bro. Sonny, I'm with you. Oh, that's down. I'm going right. Leggoo. Three. Oh, it's not new me. Last guy boozer.
That is collected 8 seconds. They don't go to you.
Well, Jay, this is the epitome of one of those 40 for 20 exchanges where we talk about Minnesota being down 20, then the next hill they're down 30, then 40, then 50. It's just like keeps tallying, and that's just a byproduct of Minnesota continuing to not find a way to win rotation.
Yeah, it's just tough, man. You can't win rotations versus Vancouver, and even when you find yourself in the driver's seat to do the rotation job correctly, just gunfights that go down in the final 5 to 10 seconds of that old HP don't go your way, and now you were not fully set up off the rotation. And every single time Vancouver have been able to capitalize on it, they only need 27 points. Again, they find themselves in a situation where they're the team holding down Art with only 25 seconds remaining here at P3. Let's just stay alive on this side of the map, and this map one is ours.
Should feel like a very comfortable finish line is in sight here for Vancouver with all 4 players over the 30 kill marker. Meanwhile, Estrel's 16 and 26.
Seattle has never lost
not been able to get into a rhythm in any form. And yeah, Vancouver will, for the 3rd time, win the rotation over to P4, this time for the most comfortable setup that we've seen to the point. And yeah, 04 is going to stop one on the close corner, Abuza on the other side, and they've got a read on where Estrel is. It's going to have to be some sort of a hero play for Estrel, and he's just stuck at Art right now. We got to make a move.
Oh yeah, you got to go quick. You know that if you are 04, all the press is going to be through the map. Let's just throw a stun, keep them at bay, pull their focus on my end. My teammates are watching the cross, and Vancouver looking to close it out.
Looking pretty good for him, but Gio's double tries to create something over towards the side door. Gio will catch 3. Pistol out, can't quite get the 4th. Neptune 04, they will finish things off in, again, a map that you could just categorize as Minnesota not winning rotation, battling for the last 20 seconds essentially of every hill, and you're just not going to win a hard point against this Vancouver team playing like that.
Absolutely not, man. And just the way that they play all the other hard points as well on this map are beautiful. We're talking about the start off the game, it's a flawless 30 seconds of P1. Don't even get contested once. Now you're off the rotation over towards P2 where you're fully set up, but your SMGs now can create those extra layers of space. We're taking catwalk, we're setting up pitches through poolside, and we're just not allowing you to
for them if they're going to qualify for champs. This team has been, they are frustrated
in those power spots. That's why
Where's the Stallions? Can I watch them in space?
Are they screaming? Let's watch the Stallions.
Can I watch the Stallions,
But
please?
it's just easy for Vancouver.
What's the map do?
Couldn't tell you. Chat, what's map 2?
Find kills on the final 20 seconds when we don't have the roto.
Any ball knowers? What's map 2, chat?
and just always be the team the majority of the time.
I don't know, but
Sky 04 is always making the play. So sad.
Playing shit on your phone again.
Oh shit, my bad.
Come on, nigga, get to it.
31 and 37. Running it down. 31.
I mean, 2,000 damage is just absolutely insane. I might have to just dislike this just for that. Wow, bro. I mean, it's impossible to win a 3v4, especially against. I mean, bro, I needed it.
America was first starting, and the taxes were looked at as a privilege.
They said
Like,
rich, under 600. This nigga is filthy rich. This nigga is wealthy.
They had made it to a point where they could use their success to benefit the rest of society. It was something that they used as like a stamp of, I've made it. I've
Why
done
does he
my
still
part.
have his
I've
hands in
become
his
so
pocket?
successful that now I can give back.
It's actually annoying me, bro.
This is also dependent on
We
taxes
get
being
it. You
used,
make
know,
millions of dollars.
in the correct way to like
It's just
actually
be a
benefit
human being
society
and
and
take
not
them out,
go
right?
to corrupt politicians. But overall, like, especially as someone who's considered like upper
Nigga,
middle
is that a
class, rich,
choker?
someone
It's
who's considered
2025.
wealthy, I have no problem and think that I should be taxed higher.
It's
I
2025.
purposely don't take advantage of tax loopholes that I could, even though it'd be very easy to.
Tax
Because I
loopholes?
would rather that money instead of it, you know, being saved.
That's like the taxes that we pay. By far,
He still has his hands in his pocket.
corporations-
If I go to this and he still has his hands on my tweet,
succeed, but it's just it might be
brother, move on.
large like boys.
Oh my
club
God,
at the top
thank
of
God.
current relationship. I was
Thank God, bro.
so upfront with my partner. I said, I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm not gonna be able to be the sole provider. I want to be a high school teacher, maybe a college teacher. That's my
That's
passion. That's what I
respectable,
want to
bro.
do. That's how I want to give back to the world. And she said, I love that about you. That's one of my favorite things about you. And we're gonna make that work. I'm gonna work. She's gonna work. And we're just
that his
we
wife?
gotta get through it somehow. It's really hard to survive
wife?
in this
Are we sure?
capitalist society right now.
And bringing in the significant, you know, revenue into the household. It definitely comes down to the.
I want to see a topic that actually like
Ever
that
has been, I
become yours just easier now than it's ever
think
been.
like
single months.
Wait.
Everybody. And I currently have a lawsuit trying to get my money back. So that's why I ended up over here. Been like, with my debt. I was and then loans.
See, dude, that's rough, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you. Up. You could just let it go to collections and dispute it all.
Wait,
out.
I seen this in the
Also
beginning.
Pay your credit doing.
dig themselves in the hole because, of course.
So I was using my debt for investments. I was
rough, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, nigga, let me move on, bro. There's no such thing as ethical billionaire.
Nike.
But then how do you pay for the lights, like the cameras?
I think that surplus labor value
is white supremacy. And, you know,
specifically says your thing is now.
It's not. There are people that aren't white that make a lot of money, but I think statistically, generally speaking, it is easier.
I mean, that's 100% true.
A lot of
Why
that-
are they just standing back?
I am happy.
You to get close, and this is why Vancouver are just one of those tough
advantages. Like the objective never
All right,
has
we
really
lost.
felt like the win condition for some of these rounds. It usually comes as like an extra bonus, like an icing on the cake on rounds that you feel like have already been won. So that's maybe a part of the problem as well. It's like Minnesota, like if you're in a 4v3, we still have to be using our numbers to get those bombs planted and again trust our post plant, which has been so successful. And how about it? Let's do it right now. 4v3. You've gotten street control with that win onto 04. We should be looking to get this bomb planted.
Oh yeah, man up advantage. We already have a little bit of presence through the mid street. Kenny's giving info. At least a couple players sitting towards the mid courtyard, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to spot that door being open. It doesn't matter though because he lines them up regardless.
Oh my God.
Kenny with the beamer. 1v4.
Bro, Kenny
now for
always gets
Neptune.
bloods over here,
Well,
bro.
this is what I'm talking about. Now it's a 4v1.
Now
We're
you
gonna
got
plant,
three.
and we're gonna win the round. So it's just
That was actually gross.
one of those things that first blood is obviously overemphasized here with the 3 from Kenny, but the statistics often come by way of moments like this, where it's 4v2s,
Oh, that's
3v1s,
disgusting.
and then we're planting the bomb late. Neptune, little pop over the wall. Maybe sees Kenny, who's working on the opening round ace. Kenny will give him a little bit of space.
I think you saw.
And, ooh, yeah, I think he may have just saw the slide across. Now you definitely hear the sound cue, and Kenny's going to find all 4 to get us kicking off in this rewind.
Dude, that is unbelievable out of Kenny. To find the first flood onto 0-4, the freebie on the nasty, but then to get the jump on a Boozer when a
That was
Boozer
actually
had to
disgusting.
jump on you and Burger with not really many bullets in your clip.
That was gross.
He's able to snap on onto a boozer for 3 as we take a look back at it again. I don't know what Nasty was doing right
I'm
here,
not
but
gonna lie,
Abuza,
Boozer
we
needs to
gotta
delete
get
the
this
game.
trade,
That
baby.
was
Quavo
disgusting.
Ken makes an appearance. Minnesota secure
Initially,
the
I
first
didn't
round.
really see it.
Huge statement.
I just saw that he killed 3 people.
I think in particular because we've seen this
But,
Vancouver
like,
team
now
on
I'm
this
like,
map
what the fuck?
love to
Abuza-
do what we just saw right there. Play kind of a
Drop
double up
Abuza.
over towards Burger.
Gotcha.
But now a quick action
my
from the
God, drop
SMGs.
Nero.
Neptune for the first. Trying to slide away from Astral, who does get the trade. Fob off though, good for 04. Still action
God, you're
backside
shooting wind.
shelves and a little bit of
Everybody
crossfire
is
with
shooting
Gio and
wind.
Kenny working together. And they will win the
Run at
day
him.
over the
Kenny,
top
run
of
at
the
him.
side
Just
to the
literally
Gabuza
shit on
for a
him, bro. Don't
1v2.
give him
Damn, you're 0-4 Nasty and Neptune.
Don't give him no
Abuza
respect.
sitting
Run
like,
at this
Abuza,
guy.
I thought you had our
Run at him.
mid-street.
Literally
These
run at him.
guys are shooting me with all the AR presence from those mid angles. But Minnesota, don't start off with the first blood. Just have better positionings. And big shout out to Gio right there, because he was the guy who usually camps around courtyard, instantly finds a trade to make it a 2v2, and then is able to get out of dodge, set up Kenny for that kill to make it a 2v1. And then isolate onto the final player in towards Burger. Vancouver loved those rounds though, Alan. When they can just be in the mix, it's just right there. They didn't have every player in the mix, and unfortunately comes back to bite them.
Yeah, absolutely the case. And that's kind of, again, talking about Vancouver, we've spent a lot of time mentioning what Rockers kind of, well, either pros and or cons sometimes come from. But for this Vancouver team, in particular on Rewind, it's been a pretty successful map for them, especially lately with that round 11 win versus Toronto. But they have been subject to getting a little bit over aggressive and being punished for it, as Kenny's RCXD will come to a pretty anticlimactic finish through the middle of A. Doesn't even allow the bomb to really get through, but Gio has gotten a look at 04, and they know that Generators is not safe.
Yeah, and this is why they're not being super quick in towards the safe site. They use a lot of attacks. They use an RC card, but with Gio having that info, that they have an angle to shut us down here at the A site. We got to try to find an opening, and Kenny's able to strike again through the mid-street. Nero finds a second. Instant 4v2. Let's get the objective down.
I mean, this is just the Kenny show, bro. He has 7, 8 kills. 8
yeah,
kills.
Kenny is just not allowed
He has more kills than everybody in the
through that
lobby
streak in any
combined.
form. 8-0.
That is insane.
Through 3 rounds. Nasty little shot
my-
punch come through, but there's Kenny for kill number 9.
This guy has the
and
most
we may
kills
have
in the
some
lobby.
record-setting pace here out of Quavo Ken.
Yeah, this guy might be employee of the month over there in the Burger Town. Every
that was the
single
worst
kill
thing
that's
I've ever
going
heard.
down on that side. It's always been one in favor of Kenny. A
Kinda wanna watch
9-0
this
start.
Zoomaa, bro.
Hellstorm
From a
already
perspective.
secured in the back pocket.
I will do Call of Duty.
Brother.
Boom. Okay, bada bang.
Going down on that side. It's always been one in favor of Kenny. A 9-0 start. Hellstorm already secured in the back pocket.
It's very weird. It's never happened to me before. It's very weird.
It's very, very quickly. They already spot these generators. Being
Oh,
open,
get back
so
in there
you're
now.
not going to expect a raid flank through mid-zig, and that's going to allow
Okay, Sam.
to line up the first 2.
Rocker looking good, man.
This sort of looks
Or
like
it's just
the way
Kenny. I
that
can't tell. I think it might just be
Vancouver
Kenny.
played this, the way that Minnesota liked to play it early on, which is as slow as hell through
Give it to
gens,
Ken, man.
And if that doesn't work out, then we're just going to get collapsed on 1v4.
No, he's
for
gonna
Abuza.
die, Tom. No, he's gonna die, Tom.
some idea.
He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good.
Play towards
He's
the
gonna
south side
die.
street. And the more that they
Oh
wait,
my God.
this could happen. Hi there, how
Bro,
are you?
everything is going his way right now, bro.
Yo,
This is insane.
This is one of them maps for him. That's how you know.
Everything's just working.
This is
Everything's
insane.
It's all working, bro. Look at him.
He's 10-0.
Mr. Burger Town right now.
Everything's just fucking working, man.
Sam 0-12, Kenny possibly 12-0. Okay.
That one couldn't come any easier.
Okay, dude.
Okay.
Walks right into the butt of a boozer.
Okay, dude.
Shoots him in the back and puts him at a flawless 10-0. But this is where Vancouver just need to start to come into base.
My goat wins.
Guys, I
don't think it's my internet. I'm gonna be honest. I speed tested and everything looks fine. I think it's just YouTube.
That's just a YouTube stream thing. I don't know why it's happening a bunch for you though. It's weird.
4, 6,
A bad boy.
10.
No, don't say bad boy. My
You have 11, bro.
Put Abuza on the corner barrel.
I gotta go wash my hands.
Let all the SMGs just play over towards Jens.
Everyone in the lobby combined has 11, bro, and Kenny has 10 kills.
Gio will find the opening first blood.
And Vancouver fight back.
Completely distraught.
Look like that is the meme with a guy with a stick poking the body.
Nothing is currently working for them. Picked off again now in another 4v2 round.
Put Ken in the clutch, man.
Another 1v4 round for Neptune, technically on the cards. And Kenny trying to find kill number 11.
I think there are some Call of Duty aficionados.
Oh my
We want this
goodness.
game to go longer because we want to see Kenny
This
continue
is
to do
insane.
this. 11
Nah, this is crazy.
And there may not be enough rounds to play for him to break the record, but in terms of flawless search and destroy, you're getting it right now out of Ken.
Yeah, he might end this map with the highest S&D KD that we have on the season. So far, 11.0. Kenny, yeah, I'll be smiling too, man. The search and destroy cannot get any easier than this. And keep in mind, still, he has that Hellstorm in his back pocket. You're probably going to use it here to try to close out 6-0.
Is he still going?
Yeah, why not?
He's 11-0.
Damn!
Not many words that could be saved.
This guy is still going, bro.
Maybe a little screen shake takes him away from the last bullet. Needed to find first blood for kill number 12.
No way, this their play
Yeah.
All on the streak, Ken. Give me the reverse donut. 12-0.
Surprised he hasn't called it yet.
Time to the Hellstorm here if you're Vancouver, but the retake pretty difficult, I would say, to try to hold through with this happening. Hellstorm's in, you've got all three Minnesota players playing inside. And now it just comes down to the timing of when they want to try to crunch in towards Gens.
Line up.
Oh my god, I almost lined up. 2v2. Good shit. Kenny's still alive.
Don't give it to Ken. Don't give it to Ken. Don't give it to Ken.
Oh my god, 11-0 for Kenny, bro.
11.0 from Kenny, man. 11.0.
11-0 for Kenny, bro.
Fucking good.
Smiling from cheek to cheek. That's a clean.
That is pretty good, ladies and gentlemen.
That's him. I'm not even.
Oh, Ben's here. Bye, Ben.
I don't want to, dude. I don't want to watch.
Oh, bye, Ben. Sorry, we don't want to watch with you.
I don't want to watch a Ben. I don't want to watch a Ben. I don't want to.
37. Running it down.
Wait, I want to watch.
Yeah, why is he coming in here? Why is he go? Yeah, throw him.
Three, as we take a look back at it again. I don't know
Two about
the fuck.
bonus, like an icing on the
Let me
cake
see this shit.
on rounds that you
You should intro me as executive producer of the flank tonight. Ben will lose fucking composure. Oh my god, he will lose fucking full.
I'm gonna be getting a phone call after the stream.
Wait, you might. Can you please do it, bro? Oh my god, he'll lose fucking composure.
now 4v3.
I'm scared.
Win on to 04. We should be looking to get this bomb planted.
Oh, yeah, we already have a little bit of
Be worth it.
My god.
Ben's a real professional when it comes to the show. He's a real professional. He's gonna get pissed.
Oh, when? Oh.
Oh my god.
Kenny with the beamer. 1v4 now for Neptune.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Now it's a 4v1.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
With the three from
If we could play second or better at Major 4 and Breach and Ravens plays top 6 or worse, we can sneak into the 6th seed for champs. Hey, we'd like that. Vancouver, Toronto, 42%. Either
going to get this bomb planted.
Oh, yeah, man up advantage mid-courtyard, but I don't know if he's going to be able to spot that.
nice
Okay.
shot.
Let's go, Ken.
That was insane. Literally just farming reactions.
And for Rocker looking for some kind of life, obviously being down by
Immediately found in the rewind search and destroy. So now we look at this series maybe a little bit differently because the protocol control coming up next is, well, to be fair, it's an interesting one just because Vancouver at one point in time would just run and gun you on this map. They've been held back just a touch overall, but it still feels like a mismatch just kind of looking at Vancouver's ability to play control compared to Minnesota's. But I don't know, could just be a career series out of Kenny that could get them a chance to try to, again, keep that deficit between them and Optic a little bit closer for a spot at playoffs as we head back to the desk.
Bro, I swear to God. But no, I want to know, okay, I'm not like, I didn't star in Beautiful Mind or I'm not a mathematics genius, but a 10 KD is 10-1, correct? Kenny went 11-0. I don't know what that is. That's like an infinite KD. Have we seen, I don't know the last time we saw someone go double digits and 0.
No. I know Thanos is kind of slashers thing, but I feel like Kenny might become the new Thanos in the purple jersey. Take a look at the perfection from Minnesota as you blank Vancouver. Quint was freaking out when Kenny was at 9-0, and then the number kept climbing. And now, you are probably the biggest Kenny stan. Formal being on front of Kenny on your favorite humans list. But what are we feeling about Kenny's team as a whole?
Formal was the love of my life. Listen, this is one you were feeling really good for Rocker. I think it'd be a 6-0, but this was a pain point for Surge the last major, especially in the Thieves matchup. And where did they get beat up? They got beat up on Street and Burger, where Hydra and Scrap kept finding openings. They could not deal with like the street side plays, and that's exactly where Kenny found openings. So am I shocked that's the case? No, but I guess I would have hoped Surge may have improved a little bit. But Dave's gone. destroyed.
Yeah, they just got destroyed. I already said when we were going into this Minnesota Rocker, if they're going to find anything, it's going to be in that rewind, just because it fits their play style really well. Surge just found some struggle, but nobody could have seen Kenny going 11-0. Nobody could have seen that coming.
Easy Mac, let me know what the most impressive, most kills with 0 deaths in CDL history is, because I got to find out. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably Attach's 10-0.
He was probably 10-1 though. Was he 10-0 or 10-1?
Dahum's 10-0 because we don't have the official numbers here. I just see a KD.
You see a 10, but that's 10-1.
I know we have a telestrator. Let's get to it. Draw me.
Yeah, we're going to do it. All right, so I'm going to go back to this map number 1. I would be shocked if we see Surge play Bolt Hardpoint ever again. They're so good at this map, and the reason being is just the decision-making and the teamwork from the side of Vancouver Surge. So we're about already through most of this game. They already got about a 30-point lead here, and this was an opportunity for Minnesota Rocker. They broke into this P1. They did the hard work. They had the spawns for the P2, and this is where it gets blown completely wide open. And it's mainly off the back of Neptune being that opener. So we're gonna open to this mini map.
I'm good.
Ooh, executive producer, the flanking Sam LaRue. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? My bad, but I didn't even know you were in here.
Push through this main entry, and it's not. It's actually going to be.
I literally dragged him in. I literally dragged him in to say that shit. Yeah, that guy's he's losing it. He's probably pissed, bro. He's probably pissed. Slowly.
He's going to trust his teammates in this.
How the picks looking? Map 1 went through. Map 2 did not go through because the Minnesota Rocker won 6-0. So I don't know what happened there, Demings. But I'm chilling now. I'm gonna save.
I want to be pilot.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put in a play for next week for the major, man. Wow, great. Apparently Zach is live. Is he? Ooh. Is he live?
Ooh. The Aussie goat.
It's my man Zach. The Zach attack. Shooting bots.
What happens with Manny now?
Look, Chad, he's shooting some bots and he's chatting right now. Look at this shit, Chad.
Look.
Oh shit.
What happens with Manny now? He's gotta get like a shot somewhere, right?
He's gotta get some. He's gotta get some. You know what I mean?
This is something Vancouver Surge does incredibly well over and over again, is abusing their numbers when they have it. So playing it out on the minimap, you're gonna see
the Australian Stallion.
to be Neptune once
Okay.
that is going to make the decision. You saw him.
The Australian fucking Stallion in the building. Yeah, I'm sure the Aussies are hyped as well for him, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're probably hyped as fuck for my man, bro. My man got stick drift though.
No, we gotta get him that the controller.
We need to get him a new controller, so my man got stick drift and shit.
Gotta get my man Millie's controller.
Vancouver's our point is
slowly.
And that is gonna be game 4. You wanna do this last one?
Yeah, wait.
Hold on.
I would like to say that was Kenny Search was the first flawless on the season. So whoever put 11 KD, wrong. First flawless on the year.
No way.
KD.
Put an infinite symbol and then put God and then put Kenny.
All right, we're getting out of here. Back to the cast.
Oh, that's true. I guess it doesn't look like that.
The desk might be on tar.
Yeah, I think they're on drugs.
I think the desk might be on tar.
I think they're on fucking drugs today.
Wait, I actually, you know what I want to see? I want to see. What did they say when a desk said Optic were gonna get slammed?
Obviously.
What you need? Lucky Charms, right?
Way, I was like, dude, that's gonna be meme to hell.
Why? Too hot right now.
What'd he say? He said, dude, I don't give a fuck.
He said,
play ranked later.
he said, nah, I'm good. He said, nah, I'm good.
To be honest, we kind of just scam. So
I'm good, OG. I ain't gonna listen to these.
No, not this one. Not this year, Green.
I'm just gonna.
Hercules and I said, hey, don't listen to nothing. Okay,
Today?
stay off the internet today. I'm like, boys, slow it down. You guys are too hot right now.
I don't know if Vancouver can overtake
Right here.
LAT. So it might happen. We might get LAT round 1. There's a chance.
Guys, no. I'm not out. Said maybe. And what he said, and I wasn't about to get punked out. Maven.
King, I can't see it, my man.
I'm 100% going for Toronto Ultra. You're talking 10 and 3.
Oh my God, cheesy with 100.
Oh, they didn't even care. I thought he said damn to what she said.
We're gonna play it out just a little bit. So it's going to be
Come on.
Neptune
Minnesota. Vancouver trying to play for spawn traps. Nice shots though from Estriel, almost finds another, but the trade is out, and Nero doubles down, leaving Abuza as one of the last one left, but Nasty actually spawns like right on top of him over towards that top ladder position, and that's enough for Vancouver to get the defense back into play.
Yeah, Vancouver are not going to allow throughout all the chaos, at least segments, to get away from them. The first one now is going to get locked in for Rocker. They have a double stack going on, but you were surrounded by Vancouver players. It's just no one is finding a kill. Kenny off the respawn is able to line up a double. Second segment already locked in time. Realistically, should already be extended.
Yep, Estriel just going to stay down. Kenny watching over the top. And Vancouver have chalked this point and are now going to try to get the defense forward on the other side of the map, but not able to do that either. That's going to be 3 dead, and now you've got a route for Estriel. He could really foil this defense. You find these 2 kills, you're on to B for some significant pressure, and it's just down to Nasty. Last one left, but he clears off the zone, stays alive, finds a Semtex kill, and Vancouver will save the B point for now.
Yeah, and that's where Rocker just kind of played a little bit more patient. Wait for Estriel, who was going to be the game changer right there on that pinch. Just keep them sitting on the backside of tower and allow your SMG to create the play. But you drop from the front. Vancouver eventually walk away with the numbers, and now they're able to stabilize on the map for a little bit. Minute and 20 to work with. You're currently down by 3 lives, but Nero trying to catch the timing on the pitch.
Yeah, this is going to continue just to put a lot of pressure on Vancouver from the live standpoint. And now you've got 3 dead rather, pardon me. Nasty will make it 4 dead. 2 members on the B point. Gio going to watch the cross up top. Everyone else just has to keep their guns up down low. Kenny going to watch the opposite angle of this. Abuza the first one to show himself and the first one to fall. First tick done, second on the way. Nero stuns, nades all being thrown his direction, and he's not quite able to stay alive. Vancouver will keep the clock ticking, but the second tick at B is locked in.
Stays in this window.
Now, for Vancouver, you can't really afford any mistakes from here on out.
Good shit.
Only 6 lives to your side, make it 5.
Minnesota are kind of shooting, bro. I don't know if I want Havok to play Minnesota, bro.
Look to have an AR in hand. No more respawns for Surge.
Good cinema,
it's looking like a rock around.
Yeah, very clean rock around at that. Nasty on the staircase, only good for 1. And Neptune, well, he'll just dive on in because you don't want to give that last tick of progress in. So first offensive round successful for Minnesota with 5 ticks captured and a huge life lead at the end of the first round.
Yeah, Rocker is shooting right now, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, Kenny's just giving them life after that search and destroy. And everyone was able to hold down their own in that round number 1. Gio loves to camp to his top trips window. He loves to be the safety net. And when he needs to be the aggressor, he's also able to do it. But you dominate in the slaying in round number 1. You walk away with 5 seconds. Minnesota now in the driver's seat.
Yep.
I just lost his bet. I just lost his bet because Jokic can't get 5 more points, and Gordon can't get 11.
If Minnesota win this break off and get spawn trap control, oof.
Life
You
is
start
crazy,
to really feel like the momentum may just carry them through the rest of this series, but a lot to ask. Here's Nero through mid. Estriel down low on the other side through the ropes. Patience for Vancouver, trying to get a read on what exactly the defense of the Rocker want to do. And now that they have the information, it's just about actually following up on it. Good kill from Neptune. 1 more. Yep, able to find that as well. Won't be able to get out with his life, but for Vancouver, they stopped that initial aggression for Minnesota.
Yeah, they just initially to start off that break are just playing for that aggression.
That just pissed me off,
We're
man.
not really focused on anything else besides catching these kills of these players working on these pinches.
Man, Minnesota, end of game, end of series, man. Come on.
Way through this A objective, but D2 line up a couple more on the outskirts. Nasty and 04 already combined for 2 first seconds.
I didn't even notice Abuza was 3 and 11.
Your job is to work on his pitch.
Yeah. Nice patience from 04, 3 in a row. Clearing out the top of Grandma's house. Maybe a route here for Nero. No, Abuza was watching that. Takes care of it quickly. Second tick of progress should be good. And maybe more than that. You can rotate over quickly here if you're Vancouver. You've got 04 manipulating the spawns to push Minnesota over towards the bottom side of the map. While you still have Nasty on the A zone by himself and Neptune getting to work on the first tick at B.
Are they about to win this round with Abuza have 4 kills?
Speed point, or at least get some information of how many players are playing on that side. Now you have 1 minute and 56 seconds to work with. Abuza starting to come alive on 3 in a row. You need his AR to be felt on a map like Protocol. You're halfway on the progression over towards B. You're currently up by 4 lives. You're just looking now for an opening.
Yeah, but Minnesota have created a space through the previously captured A zone to get Estriel around the back line, and the ARs for Minnesota are keeping Vancouver kind of stuck in no man's land. Neptune is kind of doing the same thing to Minnesota's defense, though. It's just down to if 04 can stay alive, and no, Neptune will be called upon to find the trade. So everything kind of gets back into neutral corners. Minute 20 on the clock, 5 life advantage though for Vancouver, and well, they're trying to get back over to B, but Neptune gets shut down.
Oh, that's a big kill right there from Gio. I feel like without question throughout this entire season, he's been like one of the best ARs up close and personal versus SMGs. He just whips out those gunfights out of nowhere, and it always leaves me jaw drop. But now Minnesota have some good space to work with. You take their 3, you push up on the map, and now Surge are going to waste a lot of time to work out of their spawn because you keep on finding kills.
Yeah, Gio down to a bullet, waiting for help. It's a clean feed for Minnesota. And now Vancouver are feeling very claustrophobic as they can't get out of spawn. Abuza, no, danced with by Gio. 04 misses the player on the back, that's Nero.
Holy,
and
bro, Minnesota's playing control so well, bro.
Just like that. Vancouver looked like they were cooking up a solid offense. They were
They're
up
just
5
winning every
lives.
fight.
Now they're
What the
down
fuck?
10. And it's not getting any
Back-to-back 4
better.
down.
What a turn up from Minnesota. And it all starts with that little bit of success that they found through the previously captured A point. They get around the back, they get players in for a spawn trap, and Vancouver gets stuck.
Nah, bro, Minnesota's
It's
insane.
unbelievable how Minnesota are playing with at this level. Like, Kenny gets you through the search or destroy, but usually when Minnesota find a lot of success is when this young man is on point. Nero just gets lost in your spawn. AR, SMG does not matter. The guy is just full of raw talent, and he is never going to shy away from a big moment. Rocking out quickly. Up 2-0 in the control. You're still up by 2 segments. And if you allow this guy to not play in that 3 p.m. slot, yeah, he's usually going to give you hell.
Yeah, that's so true. And if Minnesota can come out and win this offense and just completely shock Vancouver with a 6-0 search and a 3-0 control, you look at a back-to-back red card like, okay, we can do this if you're Minnesota. Again, a lot on the line for them. Certainly sitting outside of the playoff picture, but trying to keep the deficit close between them and Optic. And a chance to also get into the winner's bracket, which could be huge for their point tallies in Dallas. But still have to go up against this dangerous Surge team who are now starting to find a more successful defensive break-off, and they've got a spawn trap in play.
And Gio's not just going to play his life. Look how close he is towards that Hellstorm. He knows how valuable at least 1 kill can be, but overcommits onto the gunfight versus Nasty, and Nasty makes him pay for it. Now, if you're Vancouver, you got to play this round with a little bit of frustration because we're down in segments. We're obviously getting outslaved, and we can get some Hellstorms going into these next couple of rounds. It's going to stand a better chance.
Absolutely. But Estriel, Nero. Whoa, nice shots from Estriel. Long range with the Jackal doesn't make a difference. Nasty with the trophy system, just trying to be the solo defender on the A point, but there's just too many rocker members to deal with. So the clock will pause. 31 seconds on it. Abuza clears Estriel off the zone. It's going to force Kenny to have to fall out the window to get back in the point because the clock is under 30.
Yeah, you need to get some segments. You do not want to get shut out here, so thankfully Kenny's going to be thinking about that objective. First one already locked. The double stack almost good for the second one, but now it's on Gio. If he can find a couple multi-kills in the feed, finesse a little bit longer, and that's exactly what he is doing. He stalls out time for Estriel to get into the play. He eventually will fall, and so does Estriel, so all of that for nothing.
All that for nothing. 15 seconds left. Kenny, the last one playing forward. He's got Nasty for free, but would need more than that to get his teammates out of this mini spawn trap.
What?
Oh, that'll work. Couple of tags onto 04 deep on sidewalk. Clock comes back to a pause at 6.2. Minnesota have the kills to try to keep themselves in place on the point. Kenny with the pistol, quick swap.
Control is legitimately so boring, bro. I just don't even understand it.
Third one might be guaranteed because the other 2 players from Surge are already working on this deep pinch. They're not going to be in a position to get back into the play in time. So now an extra minute added. Minnesota only down by 2 lives. And now if you're Vancouver, this is a crucial moment in the game. Thankfully, your players who are working those pitches find a couple kills. You already lead to 3. Last player's in their spawn, and we now have map control again.
Think gunfight's still on the way, though. They got to read that 04's playing over towards the outside at pillars. Good read from Kenny, but 04 is better on the angle. Neptune follows up. That's 3 dead for Minnesota. 12v6, 30 seconds on the clock, and Minnesota are a bit stalled out, just trying to get some feet on the ground over towards their spawn. That will open things up, but Neptune's on the pinch, and again, everything comes to a staggering halt with 15 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, 10v3. You're happy as hell if you're Rocker to at least walk away with some segments here because Vancouver this entire round just dominating that mid-map presence.
That was a good round from
One
Vancouver at
opportunity
least.
Minnesota found themselves, and they made the most of it, and they might be able to do something here. Nope, 0.6 seconds. Kenny's just going to instantly fall. And Vancouver finally put one on the board, but now you're down by 5 segments. You win this offense through all 6, you're going to be the team on defense again, but you got to get it through this offense.
And we'll see exactly what that call looks like. This Vancouver team, I think more often than not, you think about their offensive breakoffs, it usually results onto a focus towards A. But do they have anything that kind of maybe helps them read over towards field? Because looking at how Minnesota have broken off, they love to get Nero through mid and at that front door at 10. And if you could just find that long range 1v1 over towards top tower behind the B point, you got to be thinking that you could be sprinting over towards the zone. Nabuz is going to be the first one over to the left. 04 Neptune looking to want to play through Spiral. And yeah, that's exactly the case. Again, you've got Nero at the front doors, Astral trying to assist, but there's no one on the B point. And a chance here for Vancouver, to just have their break off, move on to B.
Yeah, perfect call there from you, Alan. Just this time, step up in their pacing on their approach. Because last time they wasted at least 30 seconds getting their spawn, trying to clear out their spawn, and didn't really give themselves a lot of opportunities to think about an objective point. But now kills are going your way. You already have space taken on the backside of tower. First segment locked here at B, and now Nasty, your job is just stay alive as long as you possibly can. Yeah, and to keep these spawners for Minnesota out and deep. Neptune almost, no, but gets caught on the attack sprint. Nasty thinking about the follow-up, but he's caught the hefty part of an aid, and is just going to wait for his teammates to try to give him the assistance that they need. Geo able to win 1-1v1, almost able to find the response on a Nasty, but instead he turns that into 2, almost 3. Kenny, the last one left, trying to have a little bit of an angle onto Neptune. Second tick is done at B, but Kenny has saved the zone and almost gets the pistol for the full 4-man feed. That's an insane play right there. Again, has another massive moment for his team to have another lifeline of stopping that B pressure.
Kenny really
because
trying
this
to like
round could have got
pull his team to
heavily out
champs.
of hand. But with players like Kenny, the experience that he has, he is not going to shy away from any moment. Now Minnesota have map control. You have Estriel roaming through bottom trips. He's going to take some premature shots and get baited switched out. Now Surge got to direct their way over towards that.
The heck of a shoulder out of Neptune. But Kenny, 25 and 20. Trying to dig back into this life deficit, which Minnesota are facing a tally of just 3. Vancouver having a little bit of a hard time getting out of spawn, but are now starting to get a little success over towards the A point. Geo has to stay alive here. You've got Vancouver on both zones at the same time. You got to make a decision if you're Rockers.
And these segments just keep on getting away from you. 30
What
seconds
did I just?
left
Why
on
did you
the
do that
round.
right there?
Vancouver already have 4 tally to their name. Abuza lines up a double. He's on 4 in a row. The nade is going to have that player weak, and now time extended, and you're up by 6 lives.
Vancouver's not winning.
This final segment needs to be guaranteed if you're Surge. We can't get it done through the kills.
Yep, and Vancouver's taking their time for now. Just
it's like the first 2 rounds are like the opposite of the last 2 rounds.
Big moment here. Neptune doesn't get the first look at Nero. 04 playing backstairs. Teammates have cleared out lockers. And so now he's just waiting for them to get into position.
And I think
to
Minnesota has attacked.
So he can make the play out towards the zone. But Kenny able to step up for the first. Leads to Estriel behind it, but Neptune with the win. We should stack this. Just don't get the kill. And they do get it by progression just before that dive comes in. So I believe Vancouver should have the edge now to start this round 5 on defense.
100%. They are going to be the team on defense, and I love the adjustment from Surge on their previous attacking round to their second attacking round. They wasted 30 seconds on their initial break off. This time they said, no, we're not going to allow you to take all the map control initially away from us and wait for you to eventually run into our preempt. No, we're going to dictate to how this one is going to be played. Abuza shuts it down with a lot of successful kills over towards the B Street. SMG's continuously getting lost on the backside of tower, and Vancouver have bounced back all the way from down 0-2 to now be the team on defense going into round 5.
But will that matter after Minnesota has already shown so much success on the attacking front? This comes down to, can they get it over the finish line after finding 5 ticks on the first round, winning it by progression, or by kills rather, I should say, and then following up their second offense with a full win on the A zone. Opening 1v1s, going the way of Minnesota, largely speaking. Kenny follows up to find 04 for that trade. Oh, Geo, nice little finesse onto a booze that just stays away from the gunfight until he feels good about it. And that's going to lead to the first tick at A, done and dusted.
Yeah, and Nero already takes a lot of space on the backside of Grandma's, but he's knocked down to
really
10 HP in the drain. He's still going to commit on this power position. He's going to catch 04 off guard. Even though 04 finds a kill, he should allow his teammates to still be
Go. Oh my God, he's so slow, man.
Two lines up with double on the pinch, and now you're forced to hit the reset.
Yeah, and you have to take a breath here if you're Minnesota.
Bro.
Don't force this
Oh
because
my
you're
God,
so
you
close
don't
to
lose.
capturing it. That third
Please.
tick has been fully depleted. Vancouver come away with a couple eliminations to keep the defense playing forward. In particular,
Why didn't
Neptune
Nero play
and
that like a
Helicopter to keep the sidewalk safe.
Fuck, bro.
And if he finds kills, he's immediately in position for a spawn trap. Geo looking to try to track down this player. Topside Grandmas looks good for it. And Neptune also has been traded, so Vancouver not able to fully get their spawn trap into play.
But now you got to get past the lines of Nasty, who's already behind enemy lines. He knows that the play is going to be over towards this 8-point. Going to run right past player narrow capping the spawn and should be able to almost line up someone, but the time does get extended. Surge currently up by 1 life. They clear out 2. There's still players they aren't accounted for.
Yeah, chase is on for Geo. Pistol in hand for Neptune. Can't find him. Wow.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Neptune is stuck off the map. Don't love that. And now all of a sudden Minnesota through the middle of the map are trying to get their way over towards B, but picking up and keeping the Surge defense alive is 04.
Oh man, if you're Neptune, big shout out to my teammates, man, because I don't know what I was chasing a ghost there on the Geo. But at least the ARs from my squad still holding down those crosses. 14v14 in lives remaining. A minute left to work with. You have 04 trying to time this flank through mid-spiral, but Minnesota, they are waiting for it, and Estra still doesn't win the gunfight.
Yeah, 13v13, 50 seconds to play. Geo touches this zone. 04 can't quite get up top on ropes. Who's the next one to go here for Vancouver? It may have to be Nasty, as there's 2 players down low. And Nero and Geo are still hanging on the B point. That's a second tick of progress that's moving very rapidly.
Let's go.
04 back into the play, finds the first. Nero pushed off the ladder. Kenny's seen down low, and 04 able to get back on, but not before that second tick gets locked in.
And they still haven't accounted for it, and Era has gone. So now if you're the player off the respawn and Abuza, yeah, the comms are definitely hitting on the side of Surge. Now everyone is accounted for. 35 seconds, you're currently up by 3 lives, but you know, Rocker,
They can still do this, like
one more or 2 more good pushes at this.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 more good push.
Geo needs to kill this guy. Please
Couple
turn
of
around and
thorns
kill
in
him.
the side they need to deal with first as Vancouver continue to show force close towards the Minnesota side of the map.
Geo, help your
Route by
team
Geo,
get out of
trying to get
spot.
around the back. Clock to a momentary pause as Estriel will fall. Kenny in trouble. Can't get the
ladder
first.
stalled.
Geo would have to do something special here. First one's good.
That would have been huge.
Narrow. And not done yet as Vancouver have the crossfire over the top. They'll take the round 5 defense and the swing map in the series.
Whew, that's got to be demoralizing if you're Rocker, because the first 3 rounds are basically flawless on your end. ARs are finding kills, SMGs are slaying in the abyss. It dominated in the segment column, but Vancouver just needed 1 lifeline. They did it on their defenses. They get to their attacking ground and have a beautiful break off to the game of everyone just committing over towards B Street. You were finding successful kills with the ARs watching over. SMGs were also getting lost into their spawn, but in that final attacking round there for Vancouver, they just had Minnesota on their toes at all times because they're showing presence at B, they're showing presence at A, and you really couldn't make a good decision on what you were trying to execute on your retake. And unfortunately for them, doesn't matter if you're up 2-0, Vancouver are that squad with the teamwork that makes the dream work. They come back 3 rounds in a row and take the advantage now in the series.
Yeah, that's one of those that really does. You kind of look at it, rather I should say, and you think that might be where the season could be determined. But there's a map that looks like that. Now, again, there's going to be a chance here for Minnesota to still put something together at the major if this series goes, well, the way that it had been so far in the respawns. But the critical point about this series for Minnesota is not just the 10 points, but the ability to find yourself in the upper bracket at Dallas. Bit more of a lifeline to try to catch up to Optic, maybe even face them and beat them. That would be incredible net points for Rocker fans, but the story of the year so far for Minnesota has been a lack of ice, and that may have come into play there in map number 3. Now forced them to have to win back-to-back red cards.
And it's going to be tough, at least if you do force it to that map number 5, because
What
Vancouver
controller you
they
use?
love red cards to destroy. They just haven't been able to
What up,
play
my boy
it
Judah?
in quite some
I use
time. So you gotta get through
I use a
this
PS5
next
Scump, bro.
HP. Where if you are Minnesota, you have a couple
I mean,
reps on it.
I would do
Overall,
like
as a
PS4
squad,
Scump is pretty good
it's one
too,
of the
but I
ones that you
think
love
the
to play.
PS5 is just
3-3
like
overall record. You find yourself
never go wrong.
pretty decent off the rotations, but probably one of the best teams in holes. So like when you're fully set up, you're
That boy said
soaking
he's
up a
bought a
lot of time
PC.
here. But
Like
you
that,
see it
I
on the
like
other
that.
end as well. When they are not fully set up and they're forced
About to
to
be in a
find
new
breaks,
world, bruh.
that is basically never going to happen, especially versus a squad like Vancouver Surge. It's going to be a tough one. But if you're Minnesota,
See
backs
what
against the
Zoomaa
wall,
doing,
you know
man.
how desperately you need these 10 points. You got to put it all together here.
Really, the thing too, kind of about
Nothing. He's not even there.
This has been the moment they have been struggling a lot.
Congratulations, Silk.
You got a crown
If
too?
you were one of like those Star Wars fuckers,
That's kind
None of the Optic players ended up coming to the couch.
be huge
Kinda
for the
crazy.
point tally. On the clock,
Whoever with the numbers and now they're able to stabilize.
Gio's gotten the
a chance to.
Play all the other
There was no
hard points as
reshoot.
Well, I can't watch this, man. They literally copyright stroke, whatever the fuck it was, striked me. I almost said stroke. God damn, I think I'm having a stroke.
And not roll over and down.
to getting a read on what their opponent is doing or just getting themselves into a rhythm. In map 4, with the possible playoff on the line, you have to come out and play fundamental COD from the first second of this hard point, because we know Vancouver is going to run around you. You just cannot be lost doing just finding red dot chases and, you know, hoping that you can break with like a 3v4. You just have to play good fundamental COD is the long and short of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we definitely need good fundamental COD. And what we saw in map number 1 was the biggest thing that you want on a vault hardpoint is the P3 to P4 chain. Vancouver won every single one of those rotations in that situation. On a map like Red Card, you want the P3 to P4 chain. You want to be able to be that team to trap them on the backside of the staircase, be the team initially to start off at Sage, because that's one of the most difficult hills that we have on this map to try to find breaks in, because ARs are just mowing down over the crosses, stuns and nades are getting invested, and there's a lot of car bombs on both ends that make an impact for play. So if you're a Minnesota rocker, that is your key. Just don't allow Vancouver to dominate the power spots on the power hills like the way they did in map 1.
Especially early. Keep yourself in the game. Don't go down by 90 points. We said that all the way back in Major 1 qualifiers. It's still been a persistent problem for this rocker team when it comes to hard points. Really throughout the entirety of the year, no matter what the roster has been. So with your season potentially on the line, trying to get back-to-back red card wins, keep the gap between you and Optic close, and maybe even have a chance to square up a head-to-head battle in winners round 1 if you find a way to beat this Vancouver team. Lots on the line. Whereas for Vancouver, this is about just getting more comfortable and trying to put yourself in
this might be Vancouver's one of like their best map. It's kind of chalked.
Kind of opponent to where you may be a contender again for a
I mean,
championship.
they did lose by 100 last game.
Yeah, they're sick and tired of getting 4-0 in the grand finals. 04 might have to change his name is what I've been hearing around the streets, but 30 seconds still here to play with at P1. A perfect break off there from Surge to apply all the pressure through the middle of the map, dominate early hedge control, but Minnesota respond instantly with their ARs. Now they're going to be able to take the lead, and they have head control on the stage side, which they want for that P2.
Yeah, I like that moment early on here for Minnesota, talking about what their composure looks like. We lose that battle over the top of the hard point. Let's just make sure we can keep contesting hedge. You do better than that. You win it. Now you're back into the hard point, and you're going to have a marginal lead as we head over to P2. With the read on the Neptune early, he'll just get out of there, stay away. And Nero will be the first one in for Minnesota over towards streets.
It's just tough because now Kenny, the only player that was staying alive over towards stage, he falls, and now all of Rocker is wanting on the backside of this P2. Vancouver have stage control, they have top hedge control, and Nero simply is going to get outnumbered. The break is good enough for Surge, and now if you're Rocker, you cannot allow this moment to start to spiral out of control.
Yeah, big life here for Gio. He gets stunned and dealt with quickly. Neptune falls inside the hard point, so Minnesota chance to contest with the trophy system down, but 04 picks up on that immediately with now 3 in a row. 6 and 2 for him early in this hard point. Caught on the reload, though, as Minnesota continues trying to fight for this last 15. But again, it doesn't have to just be on the hard point. They need to play through it as well.
If you're Minnesota, at least in this situation, you will take it, because if you're down in the final 4 seconds up this P2, you're going to be blessed with the easy rotation over towards New. But Surge are just cutting their losses. You can have all that outside
Kenny's
pressure.
been playing really well today, bro.
Fully set up in through the staircase. Bait the team off the rotation.
Good plays by Boozer, but
Nero tries to approach the angle from top side, but Boozer's going to get overwhelmed. Thankfully, the trade's still going down and Surge still holding.
Yeah, nice shots there from 04. Doesn't expect that there's a second player initially, but still gives Kenny a workout. Vancouver still spawning over towards garage side. Minnesota setting up over towards bus.
This guy
Neptune
Neptune
trying to
pushes
meet that
Oh my God,
resistance
what a movie.
right at the front of it. And will get enough damage to allow his teammates to get initial trades, but
Somebody
Minnesota
sliding.
have cleared the hard point out. Nasty just trying to stay alive, wait for help, but he'll be chased down by Nero and a chance for Minnesota to get into the hill.
Yeah, and this is that situation I was talking about before the map starts. Try to trap them in the backside of this P3 hard point. Final 20 seconds. We do not want to flip, but we don't want to also give up this time for free. So now if you are Surge, try to push your way on out. Geo making your life a living hell, but you're still finding kills to not make it easier for Minnesota to fully set up at new.
Good first kill there from Kenny over at Ticket. Geo in position to try to at least put some resistance into any rotations for Vancouver through street side. But the player that's going to be in the fray next is likely to be Nero, playing kind of behind this Vancouver setup. Kenny pulling some focus his direction top third as Minnesota have gotten into the hard point, but they do lose Nero. And now you don't really have anyone at mid. Kenny's trying to fight that back over towards this back hedge, but Nasty's going to push the issue, find the kill, and now Vancouver can try to challenge the hard point.
Yeah, they just got to get into the hard point. Got to locate where this player is camping on the bottom side. Wall bang's good enough to eventually take care of him. Surge able to find a much needed break. Still a lot of time to fight for. 25 seconds and all the airs from Minnesota starting to set up pinches, clutching up on their one-on-ones, and this is going to be their time. A massive moment for Rocker to take the lead by a slight margin. Oh, the wall bang good enough from Nancy to not allow him the final 10.
And that's just another moment in a long list of exhibits here from Vancouver where it's just like they should have no business getting into the last 18 seconds, and they don't just neutralize it. They still walk away with the majority of that time, and now look at the map. They're trying to get isolation over towards Geo. They know he's playing somewhere over towards the backside of the exec offices. They find that kill, and now you can stage yourself up for a quick break attempt over towards New.
Yeah, we have BS&D control. Now all we have to do is with our ARs just find our kills. Over towards the top side of the head glitches. Neptune whips out an extra one. That's all 4 dead. Now we got to take a little bit more space, knowing that they're all coming from SC side. P5 is usually that hill that neither team like to play on a lot of time with because there's so many quick angles for these gunfights.
Oh, Neptune on 2 in a row. Good read on the Kenny. Better shots. And Abuzo makes life easy for Vancouver by finding Geo inside the hard point. And 04 will run forward and again continue to find really good positive time for Vancouver, who now have Minnesota a bit trapped. Backside parking garage. Geo runs into his own Semtex. Neptune will drop towards outer hedges, and that's a good follow-up elimination for Minnesota to get some control around the new hill.
Yeah, early hedge control in favor of Rocker, early time in favor of Rocker. You're only down by 25. You're right into this game. Now, at least early on, you met the answer of having that P3 to P4 chain to keep you in it. But now, slowly but surely fighting your way back in. AR's dominating outskirts. It's all about the initial kill, and Neptune's able to find it. Now you have the numbers of your search for the break.
Yeah, Neptune knows that Geo's playing on a corner. He's going to find that kill as well. So again, lots of damage from his teammates, but that one was all Neptune. 4 in a row, 17 and 13, 30 seconds of scrap time, and you can see Vancouver, they're just trying to set up to receive this next hit from Minnesota while not giving away the middle of the map, and Neptune has found himself now on 6 in a row. 20 more seconds to fight for still.
Oh, and almost lines up that gunfight onto Geo, but at least sets up his teammate for it. Vancouver walking away with a lot of time here at P1, and if you're Rocker, you obviously don't want to give this up, but you don't have an opportunity to even contest this. Now off the rotation over towards New, you have 2 players who spawn out. Vancouver are already aware of it. They're going to continuously run up the score.
Yeah, and while they're running it up, a perfect time for us to see how they're going to come through this moment. As Abuza's on 3 in a row, we head to a surge. Listen to it.
We are good, guys, okay? I start late, under ladder, start one here. Time is low, guys, Nero. Yo, hey, shoot, one shot, guys. Hey, shoot me. Okay, lay down. Two, one more door. Maybe it's time go. Two close. Stay close to the back. Hide first. One more on me. Nice, it's ready, 2 guys. I agree. Get out of please. Let's see we get. Nice. Mid on me, Geo. It's S2, Geo. Go, attack. One more stage. Sidewalk. Time dead. Good time. I got 2 in all, guys, okay? He's not 10 goal on time. Mid door on stage. I'm going top right, give me 1 sec. I'm going long. Yeah, good thing mid door. Take his time. Mid door. Nero, one shot, left corner. Mid door still. I don't think. I'm one shot. Stop globe. Yo, one more stage, Kenny. Stage one time. I have the stairs, I'm waiting. I'm if you back. You can think. Dead. Corner. Nice, half time. Bring in front. Half time. Stairs, okay? You're spawn.
We're listening.
I'm not flanking, just in case, bro. Nice. No one's flanking. Nice one. Yeah, I'm walking. You went spawn. Okay. Yeah, I'm needing my spawn. One more time. One shot up. We can bank time. Front door. One's H1 stairs. Bank time. Dead. H1 stairs, trust me, he's gonna scam. I don't see him. I'm shot. One buzz, he's no, he's not on you. He's on time now. Okay, one. Flanking, nice. One more H1 stairs. I'm sorry, you're still out. We should go mid if we can. Yeah, go mid. I'm gonna play slow left, okay? Go top dark if it's on ult. Go all the way. Okay. Don't see anything. Yeah, I got you. It's one stairs. I'm going top third. Nice. One's gonna be on time. One top light, probably. I need H2. Don't see anything top light. That's in top third. H2 dead. On time, I think twice. I have to do this one is nice. Watch out, blue top. At least one stage. Nice. You need that fast on time. Arches, can you? Go. I'm trying to hit, bro. On time, dead. I'll be truth. I'm playing. Okay, one issue and then 2 H1. Pick a side. Yeah, I'm playing it. I see where's one. Behind the time, be double side down here. One is it? 2B, bro. Enemy got me. I'm leaving. Let's go beat Cindy. Okay, we're good. He might eat 3 flowers. That's fine. I'm gonna have it. Go beat Cindy fast. Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Nothing here. I'm gonna hold you Pepper. Dubs, he's hitting. Listen, Nero, you beat Pepper. What do you Pepper?
Just about a 20-point game, but hey, we talked about this quite a bit, Jay, in map number 1 in the first elicited for Minnesota, but Vancouver is so good about understanding that they've lost that moment and they got to play for the next one. You hear it in 2 different comms of chalk it, we're going to have to go through mid, and Nasty even quarterbacks exactly where they want to go. It's just such heads-up gameplay, and all 4 players are buying into it.
Yeah, it's beautiful on the side of Surge, but it's also beautiful on the side of Rocker for a team who really couldn't find a lot of success on breaking into some of these hills. They have been able to find breaks to keep themselves into this game. Still only down by 30, but Surge dominate the kill feed. Final 25 seconds here at the P5. Gio gonna try to make a run for it, but once those 2 players falls, Surge is gonna only grow the lead by a little more.
Oh, that's again good damage from 04. Makes life easy from his teammates. 13 seconds of scrap time, and Minnesota are going to have to chalk this and try to rotate over through hedges to get a look over the top of P1. It's going to have to be a desperate effort, though. But Neptune, watch.
Why are we still challenging this, man?
4 in a row, 35
Take
and
a route.
34. Getting it done with both weapons. 04 clears off stage, and Minnesota trying to play the long routes have been stifled, and Vancouver have gone from scrap time on the last hill to initial on the new.
And now they only need 25 seconds to close out this game and close out this series. Our final online qualifier here between Surge and Rocker.
What happens again if
Vancouver wins 3-1? They dominate in the kill feed. They're able to flip all of Surge over towards Eski's side, and now they're just banking on 04 to get something done on his play, but Kenny's aware of it. Rocker still hold.
And Nero and Gio in a pretty decent spot to contest against any routes from this window position. But instead, all 3 will fall, and it's another moment where Vancouver just don't panic. They don't get anxious. They make the right read, they make the right call, everyone commits, and it leads to another beautiful moment for Surge. 228 to 184. One more member in the hill, but Neptune's already working on new, while Abuza says, I've got
they can do this though, bro.
Don't worry about that.
They gotta
get
Neptune.
Vancouver have an advantage over the top P2.
And now you're just banking on what Kenny can get done over to stage. Just don't allow them to soak up a lot of time here. But Kenny on the pitch is going to be the deciding factor. He's at least able to find one. Abuza's not giving them an angle.
And they
but
flip.
Kenny finds a double,
They can
and
do
Rocker
this,
finds the break.
I swear they can do this.
And it's also a spawn flip. And now you're starting to get the trap into play. So another moment where what does Vancouver decide to do with 30 seconds remaining? How do they want to hit this route? Gio watching over towards mid. Kenny watching the opposite cross from backside arches. He's in trouble, but he's again
stay alive. Do not die.
Time. And Minnesota are still in the hard
God, why are we getting slammed?
04 able to contest, but Nero there for the trade. 232 to 212. 20 seconds to fight for, and Minnesota still have the superior positions.
Yeah, and they're already thinking about that rotation over towards New. They no longer know that we can't lose here.
No.
B2. We had to start thinking about New and Vancouver at least find a double kill.
Oh my
and now
God,
Spawn's
they just
getting a
got
little bit mixy.
shit
It's
on,
only
bro,
Nero
and then
on
they
this
lost
side of the
spawns
map.
for
Just
that.
run and play your life, but he's gonna get found. And Vancouver
They
can
got
close it out here.
slammed, Brendan. They lost
2 players will
spawns.
spawn inside a garage. A chance for a natural pinch to develop, but it has to move quickly. Gio,
That's a
the first one to
heartbreaker,
fall.
I'm
The
not gonna
Semtex lands. Abuza cleans that up. And the last hit from backside stairs.
They
won't
got
get
slammed
there
for
in
the spawns,
time.
man.
Vancouver close out the series and
That is
may
insane.
have been a deciding factor in what happens to Minnesota for the rest of the year.
Unbelievable series between both of these squads.
Oh my God,
You guys are
they
really good.
lost it for the.
They're good, Minnesota still have the superior position.
Literally right here.
They gotta kill Nev. They gotta kill Nev.
They're spawning out. They're spawning out. They're spawning out. They're spawning out.
Run for your life.
Run for your fucking. They saw him. Might be GG, man.
It's over, I think.
Might be GG.
I dropped 40 kills.
It was cooking.
Hook the fucking nuke.
Estrel again, 2,700 damage, bro. 2,200 damage first hard point, 2,700 damage second hard point.
Full chat. He's gonna lose fucking full.
I feel bad, bro. But you costed.
40 and 29, 15 assists.
I mean, they basically played a 2v3, bro, or a 2v,
Thank you so much.
3v4.
That's gonna do it for the online matches,
It was honestly
man.
nice to see us fucking win with fucking Mason not having a crazy like fucking series the whole time.
Yeah, like everybody.
Weird as that is.
Pulling weight.
Cause he's just been like, bro, he's just been even like.
Oh my God, bro, I
everything
started
is
getting a
fried.
headache, bro.
It's a good, well-rounded win. That's what you like to see, Damon. That's what you like to say.
Yeah. It is nice that we didn't lose to the shitters, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just
Wait,
how
he was
COD
in here?
goes sometimes, bro. Shit's weird,
Are they
dude.
talking about him?
They win this shit.
Don't force back into the play.
Newer team, you gotta figure out map pool.
Like I was telling the league, I'm like, bro, you guys don't have a delay on this stream, by the way.
I was telling them too. I was telling them that you
And
guys
they kept telling us that we're crazy. I'm like, bro, I literally like am watching Brandon get a kill, and I'm watching the kill happen on the monitor.
Yeah.
Like you gotta do something about it.
Yeah.
They said there's a delay. I like, bro, I mean, I wouldn't tell you if not. Like.
Yeah, I wonder how long that's been a thing. Cause I only found out because someone in my chat randomly brought it up.
It was for like, I'd say it was like 2 weeks that they fucked something up.
Okay.
Maybe a little longer, but now it's back to normal.
Oh my God, man. 0-4 in these hard points. Holy.
They're always getting that wrong with like delays and stuff. I remember at the last event, bro, there were some people on 0 delay.
Ben was 2 minutes ahead.
Ben had a main feed. He was like 3 minutes ahead of everybody. I was like, dude, what is going on?
No, yeah, like we got a fucking big ass TV in front of the guys, and like, I mean, obviously we got to turn it off, but like if that shit was on, they could like fucking, you like could
Look up
just
and
see.
search.
Yeah. Like it was crazy.
Top side, but Abuza's gonna get overwhelmed. Thankfully, the trade's still going down and Surge still holding.
What the fuck?
Doesn't expect that there's a second player initially, but still gives Kenny a workout. Vancouver still spawning over towards garage side. Minnesota setting up over.
It's game 5.
Neptune trying
Red card.
that resistant right at the front of it. Will get enough damage to allow his teammates to get initial trades, but Minnesota have cleared the hard
that's
point
tough.
out. Nasty just trying to stay alive. Wait for.
You know, we'll see what happens. But guys, make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. Smash that like button. And let's get ready to hop over to Twitch, man. I'm getting ready over here, man. I'm getting ready to hop on over, man.
Minnesota is 40 points.
Let's see if we got an interview here.
Going into Major 4, and you are going to see Vancouver Surge just 10 points back of Toronto Ultra after their dub tonight. To talk about that, we have Abuza joining us in the Monster Winner Spotlight. Abuza, congrats on a win, a shaky Search and Destroy, but outside of that, you guys run the respawns.
Yeah, that was the SND was a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, for sure. we bounced back the map after. We were done like 0-2, and and we came back. So that was good for us for sure.
Very strong.
I guess I want to ask you though about the rewind. I don't want to focus on the negative because you just won, but like that was a problem for you guys the last major too, like against Thieves. And a lot of the problems it felt like developed street side on rewind. It was like Scrap finding openings, Hydra finding openings. Here, Kenny obviously goes 11-0, and I know that's kind of your responsibility to some degree. You're that guy that plays outer, and is like as good as you are at dealership and locking down a lane. It feels like things get a little bit off on that map. Is it something you feel personally is like a you thing, or is it a team thing? What's going wrong with rewind?
I just think it's a team thing for sure. For example, like yesterday against Toronto, I think we played the map pretty good. I mean today, like Kenny just didn't die on time map, so that was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're good. Even on this map, like.
I think today, he got literally shit on.
Abuza,
It's not that he didn't die, he just got shit on.
Online match, not only for you guys, but overall, I kind of want to ask you because as you know, Vancouver Surge is the biggest I think story so far this season. You know, adding Neptune. And you
How long was this listening map one?
Where do you feel your confidence is
Very
right
long.
now heading into DreamHack, having to make
Holy fuck!
They do like 2.5 health.
You know, and that control being that pain point. Where speak to the fans, speak to us. You know, where confidence lies for Vancouver Surge right now, heading into the tail end of the year.
I mean, of course, like with the team, like we know we can win the tournament for sure. We just didn't play that good, like in grand final both times, but we get better every time. Our control's getting better, so we're gonna try our best to get the W for sure.
If you guys do win Major 4, who do you think gets to keep the trophy?
Probably me. My guy, I want this one so bad.
I love that answer.
I love it. I love it.
We were talking in the green room yesterday.
I can see them
when
going
Team
back to the grand
Envious
finals.
won their very first trophy over in London. Merc did not let Hastro have it. He said, I earned this trophy for the team. I'm keeping it. I can't wait for that moment for you, Abuza.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
That's Abuza.
Alrighty, chat. That's gonna do it over here on YouTube, but we are getting ready for the flank live on Twitch. I'll see you guys on the other side, man. Twitch.tv/Zoomaa already live. All right, guys. I'll see you guys over there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take it easy. So long.
Well, it's been GG's as well. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to call it. I don't know what else to do. Like, I play fucking. Oh, I could play Schedule 1. Should I play Schedule 1? I do have like a little bit of a headache though, but I don't. Hard decisions, man. Decisions. I'm probably gonna call it, but let's see. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, yeah, I might call it, boys. GG's. Holy fuck, I'm tired. Just don't get it, bro.